acknowledge me.
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor, where no topic is off limits.
I ain't trying to fuss, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus your nuts will touch the dust, you trying to check this. You ain't insane, I write your name down on my checklist. You think I'm playing, I leave you laying, I leave you breathless. As human beings instead of being so many try to be. You ain't seen what I have seen in my society.
Hey, I'm just a man with a microphone. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations.
Straight Talk Sessions live. You're gonna acknowledge me.
Yes, my lord. Rise. Have you ever danced with the devil? Took a glance at a rebel, had a chance to advance. You are not on my level. You are not my equal. I can pose another sequel. Those that do oppose, I was exposed and leave you see through with the spines in my eye. Recognize me as a legend. Refuse to cry and die so I may never get to heaven. I've been yelling and rebelling since the days I was a youngin'. Been a long time coming. I'll be damned if I'm running. Original individual, so I'm living like a criminal. Give it to you fools direct, no need to be subliminal. Say a nigga name quick, but never to be famous. Put this thing up to your brain, and I'll leave you brainless. Got you suckers, ducking knuckles, watch you buckle as I chuckle. I can see right through your heart. You don't wanna start no trouble. Thought I couldn't get it crunk, well hell I beg to differ. I'm far from a punk and ain't your ordinary nigga. Fake niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your brains. Fake niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your veins. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them all. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them all. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I can see me leading the legion, screaming in the evening. I had the kids pleading, why is daddy not breathing? See, daddy was a heathen, daddy was deceiving. Told him last season, all I'm needing is a reason. I have no sympathy, consider me a lethal weapon. Remain a mystery consistently, I keep them guessing. With the world on my shoulder, my heart turns colder. Life ain't what you think, before you blink it could be over. Ready for revolution, retribution's a solution. There is no forgiveness as you witness evolution. The world revolves as I evolve, take a stroll through my soul. I don't plan to ever pause or take it easy on my foes. Break them off with a pencil in a simple instrumental. Situation detrimental if you disrespect my mental. This is how I really live, I hope I never have to kill. I represent self-defense, if I have to then I will. Niggas, I'm back, the game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your brains. Fake niggas, I'm back, the game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your veins. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them all. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them all. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I don't wanna beef with anybody, but I'm far from afraid. I'm a grown ass man, ain't no games being played. Better shut your friggin' mouth before I kick up in your house. Forensics at your residence, no evidence to figure out. Wasn't seen, had to see, no if or answer in between. This is what I do to you or anyone who intervenes. I refuse to be a prey, not tomorrow, not today. I'ma be a predator. Hell, there is no other way. Bust your brain if I must. Leave you laying in the dust. Only God understands. That's the only man I trust. The rest of y'all die slow. Die with your eyes closed. Talk behind my back, but you can't look me in my eyes though. That's what you call a coward. You can find me down in Broward. Tell me where you want it at. I'll be there in a half an hour. Diamond chains, take them off. Haters, I'ma shake them off. I only deal with the real. All of the rest, I break them off. Niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your brains. Fake niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your veins. I'ma break them off, break them off. Let me break them off, break them off. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I'ma break them off, break them off. Let me break them off, break them off. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss.
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I am back with another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, the Man Talk Monday edition. Y'all know how we do it each and every Monday. Sorry we weren't here last week. Some last minute things came up, so we had to postpone the show, but nevertheless, we will be here today. I think Mike, and I haven't heard from Wayne yet, but I think Mike will probably be running a little bit late. I did see Kev in the back already. He stepped off, but y'all know how I do it anyway. Before the show actually starts, I like to give my announcements to what's going on the society, because we have a lot going on this week. I mean, a lot going on this week and the upcoming week. So let's get to it. So right off the bat, real quick, as I see Keela in the building, shout out to Keela, shout out to Ricardo. Piece of y'all watching right now in the clouds. Please make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button right now. As y'all see my buddy behind me, last night wasn't a good night for the good guys. And the only reason I didn't do the Dolphins deep dive was because the game wasn't over till like 11. And, you know, I got to get up 5 o'clock in the morning. I just could not do a show last night, but I may have to break down the game next week for the Dolphins deep dive. I was very disappointed. I'll just say that real quick. I could place a lot of blame on the referees because they called one of the worst games ever in NFL history. There's no way in the world one team could get 10 penalties and the other team gets none. I don't think there's ever been a game where a team didn't at least have one penalty. But, you know, Miami, and I give Philadelphia credit. Philadelphia's defense is like that I've never seen before. That defensive line completely shut Miami down. The running game, we still had it across the middle, still had the middle wide open. And even though Philadelphia jumped out 14 points, this is ridiculous. This is the craziness. When people tell me that the Dolphins aren't a good football team, Philly jumped out to a 14-point lead, and Miami still hawked them down. I think it was 17-10 going into halftime. So it was 17-3. So Philly was up by 2 touchdowns. Miami got the touchdown going into halftime. Came out, tied the game back up. So the 2 touchdown lead disappeared. And people still don't want to give the Dolphins credit for their offense. Now, I will say this. The defense played their heart out. I mean, the fact that you got 2 rookie cornerbacks trying to go up against those studs that they got at wide receiver, there's no way in the world it was going to hold up. They held up as much as they could. X-Man was a late scratch from the game because we all thought he was playing, but he was a late scratch. But X-Man will be back. Jalen Ramsey will be back soon. So our defense is only going to get better. We were down 3 linemen. I'm not going to make any excuses. The offense played horrendous. I always say this. If y'all listen to me on a regular basis, y'all always hear me say this, that Tua is good for one BS pass per game. And sure as hell, if he didn't call in that card when he threw into like triple coverage on the sideline, when he had two receivers bunched up, interception, that would have tied the game up right there. That was your tying score right there. So it was a lot of things left to be desired. Philly has this beast on the D line. This thing, his name is Reddick. Miami keeps running his direction. The minute they change direction and start running the ball the opposite way, then they started getting some good running yards. But they completely shut Miami's running game down. Even though the defense played like crazy, Jalen Hurts was still able to be a magician out there. I have no idea how he escaped on that 4th and 3 to throw that 43-yard pass down the field. I mean, that into triple coverage again. It's football. It happens. Am I going to be discouraged? Absolutely not. Why would I be discouraged? We're 5-2. We got New England this week, which is not going to be easy task, because look at that. New England beat Buffalo, and New England beat Buffalo up good. The score didn't reflect how of a dominant of a win that was. So again, I say that there's no good teams in the NFL. Like, there's no teams in the NFL that you fear every week, like, oh man, there's no way we could beat this team. With everybody's injured. I mean, you got Cleveland playing with like a 3rd string quarterback out of the USFL. The Bears were playing with some guy I'd never heard of in my life, and they still were able to win. It's like, this league is crazy, and it's just about getting healthy the right time and taking care of your business at home, and hopefully you get a couple of road games. Miami's 4-2. 5-2. We got New England this Sunday. Then we got Kansas City and Germany. That's another tough one. I broke the season down in halves. So before our bye week, I said before our bye week we'd be 7-2 for the bye week. So if we can go into our bye 7-2, 6-3, then we could play the rest of that season. We got 10 games left. We could play the rest of that season. Shout out to the queen of the Straight Talk Society. We could play the rest of that season and let the chips fall where they may. I said we're going to win 12 games this season, and I'm not going off of it. I mean, to me, the Dolphins have a dynamic enough team. We gotta one thing that Mike McDaniel does that infuriates me is he relies on Tua's arm too much. Now, everybody knows I'm a big Tua fan. I said it when they drafted him in 2020, that in 5 years we'll be in the Super Bowl. This is 4th year in his tenure, but they rely on his arm too much. Like, you'll be on the goal line and they're throwing. I mean, just run the ball, line up. Fundamental old school football still works. Line up, run the ball, stop throwing it all the time, throwing it in the triple coverage and, all that crap. But, nevertheless, that's where we are with that. So I did want to show y'all something because it was real funny. I didn't have it last week, but so y'all know I've been getting trolled by the religious nutbags. So one of them had the audacity to take one of my pictures, and it's one of my favorite pictures. I'm looking fantastic on it as always. But he has the audacity to take my picture, and I'm going to assume that it's a he. It's crazy that a man would do something like this, but I just wanted to show y'all what he types up these long, ridiculous posts like I was going to read it. Like, come on, man, I wasn't going to read it. Obviously, I saw it because he tagged the channel. But let me just show you guys. I see young Kev in the back. Let me just show you guys. Where is it? Just the foolishness that I had to deal with on a daily basis. So you see what a grown man does? Like this is what a grown person does. It's crazy that they take the time to see how long that post is. So they call it, he has a Bible scripture over my face, and He's calling me the devil and all that stuff. And so what his basic claim is, this is his claim, is that I took somebody's idea and I took their people. When the truth of the matter is, and I am going to show y'all, I'm just a matter of time, I am going to show y'all the emails and text messages where they asked me to have the debates because they didn't like the channel that they were having them on. I'm gonna tell you, I mean, that was all it. I didn't want to do this. They called me and asked me, they emailed me and asked me to do this. That's the God honest truth. They asked me to do this. And I was like, well, you know what? I'll do it. Hell, I like the biblical debates. I'll do it. And it was all good as long as I was letting them have their way, as long as I was stepping in, being the sheriff and, you know, and mediating this and that, and to the point where I was like, you know what? I ain't got time for this anymore. Y'all grown men, fight your own battles. Now, all of a sudden, I'm the devil and you know, I'm going to hell and this and that. Like, bro, if I'm going to tell y'all like this, if I'm going to hell, y'all going to be there right with me. And that's just the truth of the matter. Because all the unrighteous stuff that y'all do that I could show you, you know, they get mad at me because I curse. Same people tell me, oh, you shouldn't, and y'all couldn't read that because it was so small, but it said that you're not qualified to have biblical debates on your channel because you use profanity. I've been going live on my channel since March of 2023. Everybody knows that I curse. I've cleaned up the cursing a lot. Like, we don't use the F-bomb anymore. I cleaned up the cursing a lot. So everybody knows that I curse on my channel. So what was different in the 4 prior months when I was cursing harder than the most recent time I'm not qualified because I curse? That's what they say about me. I'm not qualified when I could show you an email where their leader is cursing harder than me. I can show you. I'm holding off right now because I'm trying not to be too petty, but I am petty at sometimes. Another thing they tell me is that I'm a sinner because I talk about wrestling on the show. Isn't it funny that all the ones that criticize us for talking about wrestling, when they come into the chat and when they come on the show, they seem to have more wrestling knowledge than us? Isn't that weird? How weird does that come off? That y'all criticize me for talking about wrestling. One of them said, oh, how come you talk about wrestling and have biblical debates on your channel? So I asked them, I said, well, don't you talk about boxing? That's nothing. Crickets. They can't say nothing to me because they're not used to somebody like me that pushes back. So here's the issue. And this is the biggest deal about me. Y'all don't scare me. I keep trying to tell you guys, y'all don't scare me. I got zero respect for y'all. First of all, I have absolute zero fear for y'all because y'all just a bunch of internet trolls. The fact that somebody won't show their face, but then they're allowed to talk so much junk. I don't roll like that. You see my fantastic face. You see this? Go ahead, take another screenshot. Take another screenshot so y'all can put another bunch of horns and this and that on there. Take another screenshot. That's all they do. I got like 100 emails in here, and I'm literally just chilling right now, to where it's like. But it's just the hypocrisy about everything. I started the channel in March. Everybody knows that I curse. Everybody. Hell, before I had Reggie and Stacy come over, I told them, hey, y'all know I use profanity, right? And nobody had a problem debating on the channel for months. Nobody had a problem debating on the channel. The same channel that I curse on all the time. The same channel. One of them went so far as like, yeah, you know, I curse a lot, man, and I'm not going to stop. They're like, oh, no, don't worry about that. Jesus sat with sinners, and they were able to, so they were always so able to justify everything as long as it fit them. But the minute I was like, you know what, you're ruining my channel. I don't need to do this anymore. That's how it is. But That's the bottom line. I tell y'all the type of stuff that I deal with when I hit the off button is insane. And it's men. It's coming from men. If it was coming from women, then I could be like, no offense to the ladies, but y'all could be real petty and y'all do stuff like this. The fact that men would take my picture, there's one clown, I wear a shirt that says uplifting royalty on it. He took the uplifting royalty off of it and put like lifting donuts. Like that's where we are. But then again, I'm the unrighteous one. I'm the one that I'm the unrighteous one. You know what I mean? And then that same guy, when I ask him certain specific questions, he don't want to answer it because I'd pull his skirt up and I show the hypocrisy in him. But you too, if you talk crap, because I don't watch none of y'all channels, so that's the issue. So I won't know because I'm not subscribed to any of y'all. I see Wayne and Kevin in the back. I am going to get started soon, but let me get this out real quick. I don't subscribe to y'all channel, but if word gets back to me that y'all said anything that really pisses me off, I'm going to put your phone numbers up on the screen. So I'm going to go to your text messages and I'm going to put it up in front of the camera so everybody can see your phone numbers on top of it, just to show you. Because I don't care. Y'all can't do nothing to me. I'm going to put your phone numbers up so everybody can see it. And then everybody that you talk crap about behind their backs, they'll be able to match the phone number up with what's being said. So they know that I'm not lying because I have no reason to lie. I don't care enough. I legit don't care enough. That's the problem. I don't care. I got a real life. I got a real life. I got a gorgeous wife. I got a beautiful daughter. I got my house. I legit got a real life. I don't sit on the internet all day and put pictures of men's faces up. I don't have to do that. I'm a big, burly, strapping, heterosexual man that's not fascinated with other men. I don't get off by harassing other men. And y'all know exactly who I'm talking to. I told y'all to shut your damn mouths and leave me alone because I am not the one. Because here's the thing with me. Anything I say is not a lie. I don't have, what do they call it? Lie dragging, lie roasting or lie dragging. I don't have to make anything up. We'll literally just go through all the messages. So here's the deal. If they bother me, I'm going to do a straight talk after dark and I'm just going to show every single message and show y'all how these men have been begging me to have these debates. When I told them I didn't want to do it anymore, you would have figured they were crying, please have the debates. They even had a woman sending me messages. Oh, Trevor, I love your platform so much. Your platform is so great. But then you know what's funny? They went and deleted all the messages off of the videos. But don't worry, I got them all. But they'd be like, oh, Trevor, I love your platform so much. Your platform is so fair and so unbiased. Please don't stop having the debates. Please don't stop having the debates. And the minute their guy get their ass kicked in the debate, oh, you got that unbiased platform. Oh, you should go do your own thing. Why don't you leave that center's platform? Y'all don't want it with me, man. Oh boy, I don't do the YouTube stuff. Okay, now wait a minute. I got this brand new microphone. I don't do the YouTube stuff, man. Y'all know I've been trying my hardest to be civil, but I am a very bad individual. Like let's just hope it doesn't get there. But yeah, you're right, Ricardo, man. They be so delusional. And but the thing is, they the Bible thumpers. They the Bible thumpers. They the one that tell me I can't have the debates on my platform because I curse, but then I got stuff where I could show you with them cursing and calling people niggas and bitches and hoes and all this stuff. But we're the bad ones. They talk bad about us because we talk about wrestling on the channel. And this is my favorite one. Y'all talk about worldly stuff. So one of the clowns, when we talked about the Carlisha Hood thing, he went right and did the same damn thing. And I even questioned him on it. And he told me, I said, how come you got a guy on your channel that's cursing out your debaters? Oh, don't worry about that. That's my friend. Hey, these guys kill me, man. But guess what? Y'all ain't come to hear me do all this. I do see two of my co-hosts in the back. I see Mike in the chat. I know he's working late, so Mike will most likely hop on in a little bit. I was going to give you all the rundown for what's going on the show. Let me just give you the rundown of what we got this week, and I promise you we will get started. We do have Tate Fist Politics tomorrow. I do not know what the show is going to be about because I don't see the thing back here, but this Wednesday on Wrestling with Reality, we will be talking about Sting. Sting announces retirement, well, his upcoming retirement from wrestling. So we will be talking about that amongst other things. On Thursday, I will be interviewing the hitman of the Straight Talk Society. That's what I'm gonna start calling him, because all he do is just knock people out. That's all he does. That's all he does is knock people out. Brother Stacey Mobley will be doing an interview over here on the Straight Talk Society. And then hopefully this Friday, I got to get in contact with her, but the return of the Straight Talk therapy sessions with Dr. Mia. And then the debates will not stop. Just like I said, November 2nd, we do have a debate between Brother Duran and Reginald Young entitled, Does the Bible Teach that the Holy Ghost is God or an angel? Then that following week, Brother Eddie Israel will be back to do part 2 of his presentation. Who will be saved? All the sons and daughters of Adam. And then we got the Peter Griffin and the chicken boy, because these two just love to fight, and they will continue to go at it until the end of time. You got Reginald Young taking on Peter Cox in one of the most subjective debates ever over here on the Straight Talk Society, but they will prove their positions according to the Bible. And the topic of that debate is, according to the scriptures, did Peter see God? And then Peter's countersuit against Reggie is, according to the scriptures, are you a God-called minister? That's going to be fantastic. You know how they do it. And then I just got word last week, this is going to be the trilogy. These two brothers are going to have a trilogy debate, and the first one will happen November 30th. Do the curses of Deuteronomy 28 apply to us today? This will be against Stacey Mobley versus my man Eddie Israel. Eddie Israel is a newcomer to the debate circuit, but don't think that he's not going to come with his info, because that's a bad brother. I talked to these two brothers in the back. Oh my goodness, on the phone. We had to do a trilogy. This is going to be a trilogy. Once we get through this one, then you guys will get the topic of the next two. They're going to run them back to back to back. There'll be week after the next 3 Thursdays after this. They're going to do the next. So they're going to do the 30th. Then they're going to do the following Thursday in December, and then the following Thursday. But all the debates will be pertaining to Deuteronomy 28, and this is based off of Eddie's presentation that he did this past Thursday, which got a lot of people talking, because people don't like to say that they're cursed, but that brother broke that thing down, man, and you can't deny it if you believe in scripture. So with all that being said, it's time. Shout out to Maria G. Shout out to Big Mike in the building. Keela, the best moderator in the business. My cousin Big Kev. Who else? I see Ricardo, Jackie McCall. Here's another one. Jackie McCall is another one. This brother here, this is childish behavior, to have nothing else to do better. I don't want to know who they are. Grow up and be a man. Absolutely. Jackie McCall, I'm going to tell y'all, Jackie McCall comes to every show that we do. If we're talking about something he's not interested in, he turns it off. That's all you got to do.
Don't go make 100 videos. Just shut up and turn it off. Jackie harasses me when I'm playing Madden. He always tells me, oh, it won't happen in real life and this and that. Bro, if we're doing something you don't like, turn it off. I always say what we're talking about now may not be for you, but I bet you something that we talk about will be for somebody. And something that we are going to be talking about is what y'all here to see. Man Talk Monday, and we will be back on the other side.
Acknowledge me.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, hard cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonition. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the one that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes, so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary. Yes, I'm very necessary. Fans to see my adversary buried in the cemetery.
Yeah. Straight Talk Sessions live. You can acknowledge me. It's Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers. Not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
All right, and we are live. Shout out to the Man Talk Monday crew. You got Big Wayne in the house. What's up, Wayne?
What up? What up? What up? Everybody on the panel, Kevin, Trail, everybody in the chat, what's happening?
And we got the young phenom in the building, Mr. Peen and your ween himself, Young Kev.
Yo, hola mi gente, excepto por este mic.
Well, I guess whatever. and Big Mike will be on, in a little bit. He is working late. So before we get started on the show tonight, I know I went long, but I assure you we will be out of here by 8 o'clock. How
you got the haters, man. What?
Yeah, bro. Man, hey, and Wayne, here's the thing. It's the Bible thumpers.
Wow.
If it was just regular street dudes, then I could be like, all right, but it's the Bible thumpers. That's what bothers me the most about it. Don't really bother me, but
right.
They the gospel hitmen, the gospel gangsters, and then they'll tell me they don't watch my channel, but how are they able to make videos pertaining to everything that I say? Because they're gonna clip this. I give y'all the ability, I give y'all the permission to go ahead and clip this because I know y'all will. Y'all gonna download it and y'all gonna clip it. I know, because that's what you do, because y'all don't work. Y'all don't work. There's no way in the world a grown man can stay on YouTube all day and make hundreds of videos if they got a real job. Like, that's just impossible. So that's how that goes. But how y'all doing?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I've started drinking tea. You know, starting to get more spiritual. I've been drinking tea with honey. And if you want, I could put a good word in with God, with these gospel dudes. But I would say bad publicity is good publicity, because if they're taking clips, that's putting your name out there either way.
I think, well, yeah, I mean, we jumped up, channel jumped up like 22 subscribers. So it's all good. They thought they were doing me bad when they put my face out there. Like, what the hell did you think? I have mostly a female audience. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah,
So their
you gonna have
initial
people that.
problem is what? You talking about wrestling or
No,
what?
the initial problem was because they asked me to have the biblical debates, and I let them have it for like 4 to 5 months. They've been rocking with the debates, and it was all good until I decided to make a couple of changes, like, hey, we need to stop doing this, we need to stop doing that, can y'all please just get along? And I'm going to show y'all all those messages where I literally was begging them, hey, can y'all please just squash the beef that y'all having so we could build? Because this is a beef that they didn't have for like years, coming from another channel. Mm-hmm. So now that I'm not associated with a particular fella, now all his people, you know, if anybody says anything against him, his people feel like they need to do a call to arms, and they attack the guy that, you know, that's beefing with him, which I don't have no beef with him. I mean, I told him to do, you know, you do what you want to do, and that's it. I'm not gonna beg anybody to come over here. Are you crazy?
It's Bloods and Crips.
Yeah, like these jokers don't understand, man. Like I'm the king of reinvention. So even if we never had another biblical debate over here, it wouldn't hurt me one bit. You know why? Because I'd still talk to Eddie Israel on the phone. I'd still talk to Stacey Mobley on the phone. Like, those guys actually care to talk to me outside. You see how we communicate outside of this? That's how it is with those guys. So yeah, so that wouldn't bother me one bit. But I am not stopping the biblical debates because people are telling me how much they love them. So whoever doesn't like it, they can't, just don't listen. But they can't not listen because they always have to be a part of it. Last week, one of them tried to infiltrate the Tape Fist Politics show under a false name. Is like, that is that crazy. We did a wrestling show, and like 7 of them attacked me in the chat under different names. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these guys are insane. I would just I'd tell these dudes to go have sex, because I could bet you none of them don't know what a woman feel like.
So they don't want to come on the panel and, like, I guess, debate you on whatever you're talking about.
The issue is not with me. The issue is just because I don't want them over here anymore, because they're troublemakers. The issue ain't with nothing I said. Now they're making stuff up like, oh, you got a bad platform because you curse. Well, we can go back and I can show you a million videos where with all of them because telling me how great the platform is. We can go back and I can show you messages from the prior videos. Oh, Trevor, your platform is so great, and this and that. Oh man, please don't stop doing that. We love your content. But now, because you don't get your way, now I'm the worst thing in the world. But that's how they are. You know, y'all know, sorry to say it, that's how y'all know that's how niggas are. And when I say niggas, I ain't talking about black people. That's how niggas are. Nigga mentality is that once they can't get what they want from you, once they don't think things are going their way, then they don't want to rock with you no more. But the truth of the matter is, these 3 dudes up here are my brothers, and I don't give a damn about the rest of y'all. So whatever. I'm trying to be cool and not curse as much, because they tell me I curse too much. What's up, Mike?
It was a good day that just went bad, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, geez. All right. So we do have twin in the house. What's with you and Ricardo calling one another twins?
Oh, that's a big chunk of mind your business.
Oh, okay. I hear you. I get it. So
we was twins.
That's my dog, man. That's my dog. Me and Cardi on some other stuff.
All right. So let's get into this, because I did promise you would.
I heard what you said, Kevin. It's including Michael. Don't get swung on. Continue. I heard your little intro. You better add me to it. All right,
Oh, you know Spanish.
who's my baby mom?
Lordy Lord, say less.
I did promise that we'll definitely get into the Kevin, have you tried boiled ginger with honey?
Yeah, I actually have. Yeah, with
You need some
turmeric
Ray
too.
and nephews on your chest.
So before we start, and because we only got three videos to get into tonight. That's why you don't see me rushing and outside of me having to just make my stance real quick. But before we start, like I want to know, and this is just a man check, like just how is everybody doing? Because a couple of weeks ago we talked about the whole caveman experience and stuff like that, and the holidays are coming up. And you guys know suicide rates in men, and y'all know I'm not trying to change the trajectory of the show, but I feel like I gotta say this. Suicide rates in men tend to go up during the holidays because men feel inadequate and stuff like that. So I do need to put that out there, just as far as, because I remember when me and my ex of 8 years broke up, I sat. It was New Year's, and my wife will tell you because I told her the story. I sat in my room. That's when I was living in the studio apartment. I sat in my middle of my room crying, clutching my pillow, and I said, and I promise you this, I will never ever spend another lonely night in my life. I said that, and that was in as I don't like to say the dates because I be getting the dates wrong and it sounds like I'm doing wrong. I want to say it was 2011. Yeah, it was 2011, and I said that I will never spend another lonely night because the depression hit me so hard around the holidays. And I know come holiday time, it's crazy, man, because people don't have family around, and it's just a big mess, man. So I got to make sure. I just got to make sure though that my brothers are doing it. Yeah, so she's saying it was New Year's 2011. So I got to make sure that my brothers are doing right, man, because I mean, we get up here and we talk a lot of crap, but at the end of the day, I care about y'all for real. So them other dudes, they could drop, I ain't even gonna say it, see, but I care about y'all for real. So I just want to make sure everybody doing good. Nothing that we can't get through, you know what I mean? So all right. So I say, yeah, Kevin says, yeah, you're right, Kevin. I know, man. Seasonal depression is a bitch, man. Trust me, bro. I ain't even gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it this week. We all can't. So the first thing I do want to get into though is because Kev, I'm glad, because I know Kev said he may not be able to make it today, but I'm glad he did, because I need to hear from him. I'm pretty sure what Mike and Wayne going to say, but I need to hear from Kev. Kev, let me go and bring this up.
For
You
sure.
need to stop playing to get a Kev v. Kev show.
Huh?
You need to stop playing to get a Kev v. Kev joint.
Oh man, young Kev don't want none of Kevin J.
None of Kev J.
Hey man, I already spoke one of your co-hosts. I don't want to do it again. I had enough barbecues this month.
So he smoked one here. Who?
What's his name with the dreads?
Oh yeah. That's not a co-host.
As soon as you said Yang and the Fire came on.
That's my partner.
He hasn't been back since, so
Yeah, shout out to Yang. Hey, and by the way, y'all, Dan Cat. Wait a minute. You see, hold on. Don't kick him out yet, because Shadow Pop is normally respectful under the comments. But Shadow Pop, I don't know if you just touching a bunch of buttons or are you trying to say something that I have no idea what you're saying. So go and clear that up before we boot you. But so let's get into this. Let's get into this video. I feel like we had to talk about it, even though I don't really want to, but nevertheless, let's get into it.
Pinky Smith, that's fucked up. Let's talk about the role of a wife, at least from the perspective of just sparing him. I'm not getting in the right and wrong. It's none of my business. I don't know about them. I don't want to know. But I know that it is uncomfortable and grotesquely unfair to emasculate your husband publicly. Publicly. He's Will Smith. How much smaller do you want to make him? How much? I mean, damn. Come on, Jada. This is wrong. You can't do this. You can't treat that man like that. It's none of our business. You screwing somebody, that's your business. Your husband ain't getting it done for you, that's your business. He with somebody else, you with somebody else, that's your business. You ain't got to be like that. Especially while you still married to him. Get a divorce, give up the money. Got a prenup? Don't take anything from him. You got skills. You got a career. It ain't his. But how much do you need? Anything to get this to stop. Every time I see Jada Pinkett Smith talk about Will Smith, I cringe. And I have nightmares for any and every single man out there who once had a loving woman they pledged their life to, only to turn around and to watch them talk about you in a fashion that can only shrivel you to this. Jada Pinkett Smith, that's
all right. All right, let's talk about it. That was Stephen A. Smith. This was from last week after the new report came out that Jada says that her and Will had been separated for like 7 years. So I don't necessarily want to, I don't care about Jada enough. And I'm not gonna cape for Will just because I don't know their relationship dynamic. But what I am saying, see, here he I told y'all they'd be making them up. Look at it. Keith, hold on, let's read Keith first before we boot him. But look at that. See, here they go. And you jealous of truth of God, you're going to hell. You'll be there with me, you punk bastard.
Yo, you have to respect it, because you remember that part of the Bible where it says to send other people and damn them to hell, right? Remember that? I think it was in 2nd Paul.
But you see what I'm saying, bro? I could bet you anything this Keith Walker is because he's making it up. Just because you could look at his verbiage. Look at his verbiage. He's saying you use Reginald just to get him to talk about Gino. His verbiage, I could almost bet you that that's the other guy. And the only reason I don't put his phone number up right now is just because I don't know for sure. And for the 1% that it may not be him, I don't want to do that to him. But that's all they care about. Like all they care about is defending the men. So you get out of here, you homo. So anyway, like I was saying,
yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah, because that's what they're gonna do. So Will and Jada. What do you guys think? So Stephen A. Smith is essentially saying what I'm saying. Again, I don't care anything about what their relationship dynamic is, but he's basically saying stop embarrassing the man in public. Like that's what I hear from that. Kev, what you got?
What do I got? Well, if you guys can't tell, I'm sipping tea right now. But with Jada's situation, one, I think Chris Rock deserved to get slapped for, talking about alopecia. That was wrong of him. And then two, I'm kidding on that first part. Okay, so with this whole relationship, to be honest, I don't blame Jada for anything, really. I don't blame her. I don't blame her for seeming psycho or emasculating this dude or anything, really. And you know why I say that is because Will is letting her get away with it, right? Will let her post pictures of his daughter talking about I wish Tupac was my daddy, right? Will slapped a dude who had nothing to do with his relationship in public for no reason. And even now, Will is defending his wife, saying that um, Jada is his soulmate, whether good or bad. And it's like, okay, well, it's one thing if she's, out of pocket and doing her own thing. It's another if you're like co-signing it. So, to me, I right now I'm seeing Will as being a cuck, fresh cuck of Bel-Air, which is crazy because
That's a good one.
I grew up watching the dude on Nick at Night. Like, what the heck? What the heck, man? Nick at Night, I used to watch him from 10 to midnight, just watching him get mac all these cute girls, and I used to like steal some lines and stuff like that. Like that was one of my heroes, man. Aside from Uncle Phil, rest in peace. But yeah, man, to see that he's just not standing up for himself, I think that's what annoys me the most. Like, and that's why I get on men, because it's not really up for anybody to treat you good. It's up for you and to make sure that you're in the best situation possible. We're all we got. Like, yes, we got family, yes, we got like spouses and kids and stuff like that, but an individual, it's your job to make sure you're happy. And it kind of sucks that Will Smith isn't doing that. And you can just look from his eyes. Like, the dude looks like he wants to cry all the time. Like, he's got permanent allergies. Yeah, man, stand up for yourself, man. Man up. Well, go ahead, man.
Hold on, Cap. Don't go nowhere. So you blame Will.
Yes, I do.
Do you blame Will? So let's put you, because a lot of times we don't do this. You don't ever put yourself in another person's situation. You're married to a woman they've been married well over 20 years. You're married to a woman, and you're loving this woman, giving this woman everything, but she can't seem to stop bringing up an ex. Like, every time y'all get in a conversation, oh, well, X was I wish X was my daddy, or I wish X was here not blowing my back out. I wish.
Right.
How do you put that on him?
How could I not? They even said it on TV. Like, Will was chasing her, and she was still infatuated with Tupac. So this ain't the first time that this situation happens. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but it's already clear that Jada was not interested in Will. And even Will admitted it himself. Like, he can't make somebody happy, but he was trying to the whole time in the relationship. And he was the one who initiated the wedding, even though she was reluctant. So, I mean, they're saying everything that I'm pretty much against, which is not taking care of yourself and not I'm sorry. They're doing everything that I say we should be doing, which is taking care of yourself, and then also believing somebody when they tell you exactly who they are. But yeah, that joint is foul. Like, to mess around with your son's best friend. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And yes, I know women have their bad sides, but they can't do anything that you don't co-sign if you don't allow it. Like, it shouldn't even get to the point where it even got to the point where she's sleeping around with your son's best friend. This should have been cut, years ago before they even got into a relationship. But I don't know. Everything happens for a reason. But that's the way I see it.
So, Wayne, before you get on them, I just want to acknowledge a couple people in the chat. Shout out to Michelle, just joined the chat. Michelle, we do have I got 3 people that want to do that topic that you emailed me about. So look forward to that. You may get some of it touched upon this Thursday when I interview Stacy. Ricardo says, stop talking about Tupac. Like, how disrespectful can you be towards the man you're laying with? That is a disrespect. It's a disrespect for me. Wayne, what you got on this?
Jada's nuts. That's it. Jada's nuts, and people are sick of Jada. That's what that Stephen A. Smith rant was about. And you know, the fact that when Kevin said that she didn't want to marry Will, she didn't want to be with Will. Like I'm not bailing her out that easily because I mean she dropped 2 kids from him. I mean she walked down the aisle. Nobody put a gun to her head, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna play that. Jay, and look, she gets away with murder. She gets away with sleeping with the man best friend. I mean with the son friend at when he was at a younger age. If that was Will Smith, he'd have been crucified. His career would have been done, over with. But I mean, of course, you know, that's the type of society we live in. We live in the matriarch, you know, where majority of women are looked at as flawless. Some people still defend Jada, but uh, it, I also agree with Kev a little bit, man. Where it's like it's Will fault too. I remember when the debate came out when he slapped Chris Rock, and people was like, "Oh, he's defending his wife and giving him praises." I thought he was stupid for going up there and doing that. Um, I think you should have went behind stage and dealt with that and talked about that instead of walking up and slapping the man in his face. Because I mean, she don't give a care. She don't care about embarrassing Will. I mean, from the cheating to the coming out, saying that she still loves Tupac, the letters, things of that nature. So that's why I was against him slapping. I was on the side of him against slapping Chris Rock. So, but I don't know what it is why they won't get a divorce. I don't know. Maybe it's a brand thing. I don't know if they have a prenup. It could be a money thing. But at the same time, Will gets right back out there. He defends her every time. He defends her foolishness. So I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't think Will. I mean, I think Will doing his thing. To be honest with you, he's keeping it behind closed doors. I believe Will Smith got a beautiful, nice girlfriend on the side somewhere on the island in her own house. I believe that. And I believe he's just being, more rational about having his business out there because most of the time it's Jada with the foolishness. But again, I don't know if she's trying to sell something because she when she had the round talk table, she did a whole lot of stuff going on to bring people to the show. Now she has this book, but Jada's a fool and people are tired of her. I'm sick of her.
So let me ask you, Wayne. Let me ask you because you said you don't agree with the slap. Did you see the slap as him defending Jada, or like I saw the slap as him just like enough is enough? Like him slapping Chris was him wanting to slap Jada, but because he couldn't slap Jada, he took it out on Chris. Like that's how I saw that slap. It wasn't nothing about him defending Jada. I think he's checked out from her, but like you say, there's got to be something that's keeping them together. But specifically on the slap, and God, there's a lot of comments in the chat. I'm gonna get to y'all comments because y'all know I read everything. But specifically on the slap, did you think that was really geared towards his frustration with Chris?
No, it's just simp culture. Will Smith being a simp.
I'm glad you called him a simp. God, you playing right into my hand.
That's it.
I'm so glad that you call him a simp. Mike, get in there real quick because I want to get back to this simp thing.
I got a question for Wayne, but after
go ahead, Kev. Go ahead.
Okay, you said
don't let me forget about the simp thing though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll remember too. But yeah, you mentioned that nobody put a gun to Jada's head when it came to marrying her. Yeah. So basically, when it comes to that, you're letting Will just get away because if you were in the same shoes and let's say you were dating somebody and you were asking her to go out with you and she was like, "Hey, you want to go to the movies?" I guess. And it's not an enthusiastic yes. You think she's interested in you, and the same with your marriage. Do you want to marry me? I guess. That doesn't sound off to you to where you're just gonna make a life changing decision.
Oh, See, I don't know if that's how it officially went. I know what she said, but
Mm-hmm.
again, I mean, I mean, I can't make a woman lay down with me. I can't make a woman have children from me if she don't like me. Look, man, one thing I know about women, man. I mean, if they don't like you, they just don't like you. They're not into you. They're just not into you. They're not going to sit there and be 20 years, drop 2 children, give you continuous sex, all that stuff, and just not have nothing about you that they don't like. Yeah, I mean, maybe Will may not be her first choice, but a lot of times, your sometimes women, they'll tell you they boyfriend or their husband wasn't always their first choice. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying that they didn't grow to love the man that they're in a relationship with, but that's just one of those goofy things that some women have, where they don't like it, but eventually I think if a guy is pursues more enough and he's consistent, sometimes you grow on people. So Will may have grew on her at one particular time. I mean, that's crazy to say that she never loved him, but dropped 2 kids with him, and you're still with him after all these years. Don't you think that's a little crazy?
Do
So
I think it's
hold
crazy? No, because there's plenty. I'm sure we all have parents who didn't really like each other but are still together. And they're probably I know with my parents, they argue and fight all the time, right? But I know one thing: it's my dad's fault if he's miserable, right? There it was. There I remember one day, like he finished arguing with my mom, and he caught me after coming out the bathroom, and he was like, "You know what your mother did to me?" I was like, "Ah, here we go again. All right, let me humor him. She always called me gay. I'm playing cards with my friend, and then she want to mess with me. I haven't talked to her since December." And I was like, well, maybe she wants to spend more time with you. I was like, what? I didn't say that. Or oh, maybe she wants you to talk to her. She's like, what? Kevin, I didn't say that. I said I didn't talk to this woman since December. And I'm like, okay, you know what you're talking about. So yeah,
So
dude.
that's so calling him gay is somehow a charming way of getting him to talk to her. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
You
she
see how
wanted
you
his
see
attention,
who
yes,
gets, but you
but
see how uncharming she was about it. Why not be an adult and walk up to your father and say, "Baby, hey, listen, I know you like to go play cards with your friends, but baby, I want to be with my man tonight. Let's snuggle up tonight." Instead of going to call him gay. And you're gay, you're this, you must be born. And that's what a lot of women do, that toxic shit. That's goofy. That's goofy. So I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like this is what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm talking about. We overlook how toxic women could be mentally and emotionally to men. You see that
oh
toxic what
no
you just
no
said.
no no no. My
I'm just
dad is toxic, if not even more.
well, I'm just using the
Uh,
example that you just
okay, I got
used.
you.
You're saying that she really wanted to spend time with him, but instead of her coming up to him like an adult and having some charm with it and putting some icing on the cake, and feeding it to him, she's calling him gay, as if that's going to make him want to spend time with her. That's goofy
Exactement.
women
Now,
logic.
as the man of the house,
Okay,
if he wants to be with this woman,
you can't
he
you see
should
women.
check
You
her,
can't read
not
women.
complain to me.
Women can't expect men to read their minds, man. Go ahead.
Oh, wait, say that again.
Women can't expect men to read their minds. Men are not mind readers.
You should try. You
No,
should try. That's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to
this is
try.
why this is why they say that out of lesbian marriages, gay marriages, and and heterosexual marriages, lesbian marriages has the highest divorce,
72%.
and gay men have a better marriage rate. You know why? Because and one thing they say
They sleep
because
with
two
other
men
people.
understand how to communicate.
I'm
That's
sure
why.
they
That's
sleep with
why.
other people. I don't know about all
No,
that.
that's why a lot of guys like to talk to their friends than they talk to their woman because with their woman, you got to read their mind. Sometimes you can't say stuff directly. That's why a lot of men don't like to talk to women or like to have conversation with women, and because you have to be some type of magician to be with the woman. You got to learn how to read her mind. You got to learn how to be direct, but not be
Bruh,
direct. You got to watch your delivery. Like
my
that's
guy.
that's
That's called Riz. What you're talking about
no.
is Riz. That's
It's
exactly
called
what
being
Riz
an
is.
adult. It's called
Dang.
two adults. It's called two adults having a conversation with each other and communicating effectively. Just because you're a woman, that doesn't excuse you from being an adult. And that's my problem with simping culture. We want women, we look at women as children. So a lot of times, you're not a child, you're an adult. Speak like one, carry yourself like one.
I'm so glad you said that.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike, get it, because Mike, you must have didn't see
Go
that.
ahead, Mike, it's all yours.
You didn't see that comment that
Every
was in the chat.
single thing Kevin says, I despise. This man
It's
literally
true.
said that he made her marry him. Like he dragged her down the aisle, forced her to put on a big carrot ring, forced her to wear a dress. And then he said, it's like, you're finally coming to my team, because Kevin is the king of infantiling women. He thinks women are just taller babies. He thinks they're just taller kids. That's who he is. Listen to him with a grain of salt. He's out of his mind. He's out of his mind. So I want to say this. Another thing he said was, she lets him disrespect. You can't let someone not disrespect you. People can do what they want. It's what you do afterward. Someone like, I want to disrespect you, what's going to happen? You're not going to stop me. But I digress, because everything you said I hate, and that's all I need to say. I want to start with this. I am disgusted that this has gotten so bad that I agree with Stephen A. Smith on something. Like I live my life not agreeing with Stephen A. and Skip on the majority of things, because they both out of their damn mind. But that's how bad this has gotten. I think this is equal blame on both of them. I'll tell you why. Will Smith, for lack of a better term, I'm not going to call him a cuck, although he's cuck level. If you read his book, which I did, you learn that he is a damaged person still living in his childhood. His father beat his mom, and he was this I just want everyone to get along. Please, can everyone just get along type of guy. And that's why he got into that point. He got into that thing where he's like, I don't want divorce. When his first wife left, he was destroyed. And he promised himself he would never, ever, ever get divorced. Now, the problem he did was he didn't vet the woman he married first.
Exactly.
Just because somebody's fine, don't mean you put a ring on them. You're supposed to play around, learn them, and once you learn who they are, go on about your business if they're not the right one. He liked who they were as a couple more than he liked her. That's my belief. He might even have loved her, but he couldn't have loved her as a woman. He could have loved her as a person, but he couldn't have loved her as a woman, because this woman, as everyone will tell you, speaks her mind. And you can't tell me Tupac wasn't brought up every other week in that house before they got married. Okay? So it's Will's fault because he refuses to let go of the high level toxicity. Now, Jada's an adult. It's her fault for getting married to a person she knew she would never love. Jada's what I call like that thug dick. That's who she is. She like a dude to have 4 or 5 other women, but to think she the main. I used to date this, I ain't gonna say that. I used to talk to this girl who, I think I said this before. And one day we were talking and she was like, yeah, I need somebody to love me like that Jay-Z lyric. I was like, which one? She's like, yeah, you can't be treating the one that you love in the same respect you treat the one that you banging. And I said, you do realize you're still a side chick, right? He's still banging other chicks. She's like, no, but I'm the main. I'm like, yeah, main means there's others. You're an idiot. And we stopped talking right after that. Because some women are just psychologically damaged where they want to have a place. They just want to, and it's the reason for this is why people like Kevin exist. They think they can be polygods. They think they can have, you ain't got the swag, you ain't got the wrist for poly, but you keep believing. I ain't mad at you. There's very few dudes out there who want to deal with a bunch of women. When dudes say they want a bunch of women, all they're saying is they want a bunch of different vaginas. They're not saying they want a bunch of women. Okay? Now, Jada, the reason Jada is the way she is, I'm going to let y'all know this. Jada has learned what everybody else seems to not understand. Jada is nothing without Will. Y'all don't seem to be holding on to that. If Jada divorces Will today and Will leaves, she get whatever money she gets. Jada will no longer be a star. Jada is a star because she's Will Smith's wife. They are a power couple because Will has the power. If Will leaves her and marries
some white woman,
Tequila, they are now a power couple. Tequila ain't been on TV at all. They a power couple tomorrow. Jada is not Beyonce. The last time I seen Jada in a movie was The Matrix, and the last time I saw her on TV was that Batman spinoff. That's it. That's it. She's not the fine chick she was when she was spitting lyrics to Jason. She ain't the fine chick she was when she was in Hillman. Them days are over.
Don't forget, Set It Off.
Hey, she wasn't even the baddest one to set it off. Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I had a little thing for the little mousy one. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Hold on,
I'm Queen Latifah.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause this real quick because there's a ton of comments piling up, and I want to shout out to MD20 just came into the building. Mike, you must have didn't see that comment that was in there.
I can't look at comments. I gotta respect the time.
Oh, okay, because somebody was saying that me and you are kind of gay, so
oh, we are?
Yeah, one of them nut bags again.
The only thing we did gay is we both smashed your mom at the same time.
All right, so
and that's called a train, not gay.
But that's how they feel.
Damn, I went all the way up here. Okay, so Ricardo says Jada said the slap made her want to fix the marriage. So Maria G says, okay, let me just read it off of here. Kendata Jones was Tupac Shakur's fiance when he was murdered. Yep. Ricardo says the entanglement with August Alsina made August turn to men now and then is a relationship with a dude because of the Jada. See, I don't know none of this, but I'll take your word for it. Ricardo, exactly. They are being themselves and we are projecting our expectations. Again, I will push back on you with that, Kev. That's the reason shows like this exist. It's an opinion-based show. Everybody opinions are like a-holes. Everybody got them.
I don't think he's talking about us. I think he's talking about the world.
Cliff said, but there's another comment that he says I want to get to. Cliff says some people can push you to do a crime.
Kevin.
Ricardo, Will's side piece came out during the pandemic, but she quietly went away. Wayne, he's definitely a simp. Don't let me forget the simp. Keela says something that I did not know. She says also they do not have a prenup. I don't know that for sure, but I'm not going to say she's not true. But then she comes back with this banger of a line. He was a safe choice at the time.
Exactly. I was about to go there.
So Jada made it clear that she settled because Tupac was her soulmate. Cliff, there's a lot of comments. So that Cliff says most people in the relationship, because of financial need, they need to seek a check, not a person.
Okay, Cliff was talking to Kevin.
Wait, little Kev, why mom gonna do pops and you defending your mom's toxicity? Absolutely.
Facts.
So damn, where's the comment from Kevin? It's called Maturity and Communication, Women and Children. Shout out to One Love in the building. One Love, the trolls are coming after me tonight. Hold on. Shout out to MD, just came in. Free MD 20. MD got that nice, beautiful trophy from SVDL, the Rookie of the Year trophy. I'll just leave it at that. Cliff says, I guess Pookies and Ray Rays are winning. Okay, Maria, did Kevin just say a white woman? So preaching my brother at Mike Dam, articulating all the points I wanted to say.
You're welcome.
On her show, Michelle says on her show, Red Tabletop, she says that her mom convinced her to marry Will. So now you see another thing in here. Can y'all not see these comments? Somebody coming in here, Trevor is a turd of the week.
Nah, I'm not looking at comments. I'm looking at y'all.
The mods, y'all can't see. Okay,
yeah,
I see it.
Yeah, I'll ban this myself. Like, what the hell? These jokers coming in here hot and heavy. All right, let me restart the time and don't forget to let me see this simp comment.
I got you.
What'd you do, Trev? Holy.
All right, so she is nobody without Will. That's why she's not leaving. People keep saying, why don't they leave? Why don't they leave? She's not leaving. You think anybody wanted to see Red Table Talk unless they knew Will was going to show up? When Will showed up, it was the biggest Red Table Talk there was. Will is the star. And what Will needs to understand is she is dragging his star down. He needs to do what Bill Burr said. Go ahead, divorce her, give her half of your CDs, and go on about your business. It isn't worth it. I will say this to all the people out there who say red pill is horrible, because I'm not even red pill. I'm more in the middle. But I will say there's a tenet in the red pill that you believe a woman, that women don't change. There's women who like to act like, I'm in my feminine, I'm in my soft place now. I really want to. This is exactly what Jada did. Let her mom talk her into, no, that thug stuff doesn't do it for you, baby. You got to get you a man that's going to care about you. This is what it turns into, gentlemen. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. If they are who they are, Jada will always be that chick running after the imaginary penis of Tupac. She's not alone. The only reason she's by herself right now is because Left Eye died. Left Eye was the same way. If you look up her interviews, Left Eye used to just, he was in there with his girlfriend, but he was playing the music by me in the studio. He really cared about, he had his girlfriend in the studio. He ain't cared nothing about. I digress. Lastly,
go ahead.
Say this, that slap was all about built up self-hate.
Mike took notes. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I got all the time in the world when they talking. That is built up self-hate. Will hates himself. Will does not believe he deserves love. Will does not believe he deserves the life he is living. He still doesn't think he's a star. He just walked into and like if you learn the story of how he got the show, he just walked in and Quincy Jones saw it. He didn't believe it. He just saw it. And he just happened to put the hard work behind it. But last but not least, this is why Martin is the best show for black people. I'm just saying, Martin is the greatest. I don't give a damn what y'all saying about Fresh Prince. Martin is the ish. Martin wouldn't have stood for this. And Simp. Go ahead, Trevor.
So I do want to say this because Mike brought this up. I don't know the context that he brought it up in, but as he was saying that, I was thinking about it. About Will. Basically, Will just always wants to play peacemaker. And it reminds me of, I think it was at the MTV Awards or something, where Eminem was like, Will Smith don't have to curse in his line. And then when Will Smith came up, instead of like just clapping back or something, like just standing up and just clap back, he was like, well, I'm the artist that they were talking about that doesn't have to curse in my raps, but still I'm up here getting one of these and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dude, like to me, he just comes off as just super uber good guy. And again, who knows what they're doing behind their back. Kevin had a comment in the chat and I cannot find it. Oh my goodness, Kevin, put the comment back in because I can't find it. So Wayne brought it up. Mike continued on it. Let's talk about this simp with the time that we have left. So all of y'all say that I'm talking about Mike. All y'all say that Will is a simp. I'm thinking of Mike Lowry. Hey, he need to be Mike Lowry. That's what he need to be. He need to be Mike Lowry.
You know who Will is? You remember in Different World, the dude that the Jada character ended up with?
Yeah, Dorian. That's
who Will is. The only problem is what they don't show you is that after they graduated from college, she cheated on him with Tupac.
So look at this question. Okay, so Kevin put this, or maybe, okay, this is exactly the one. Thanks, Kevin. So he was saying in reference to what we were saying, or maybe we are the problem. They could be demonstrating two people truly in a partnership, allowing the other to be themselves without forcing each other to conform to conform to some relationship standard. Kev, I love you, Kev, but I can't rock with that, man, because again, they're putting up this united front like they're all for one another. So you can't have it both ways. But we'll get back to that before we go.
No. They're not putting up a united front. Will is putting up a united front. Jada's doing whatever the hell she wants. That's why
exactly
it's not about them showing a new dynamic of relationship. It's not. It's about him holding on to something that doesn't exist and Jada doing what the hell she wants. That's what it is.
So Wayne,
I agree.
You've been quiet. Though. Let's
Yeah.
we got about 6 minutes. Let's talk about this simp thing because you and Mike both think that he's a simp, correct?
I don't think he's a simp. I think he is a little boy that is afraid to let go of the family that he thinks that is his. But what he doesn't realize is that it is not his family. It is the detriment to his life. And it is sucking out everything good he has built.
Simping. Definition of
No, Wayne, go ahead. Wayne.
I don't think he is simp. If he was a simp,
because I got a problem with that simp word in this instance. So just tell me why exactly he's a simp.
He just said it. I think so. I think I mean she's showing you who she I mean, just like you say, Bill Burr say, man, look, man, give her the money. She's give her the money, you know, cut everything down in half and give it to her and move on with your life. That's what I'm saying. She's showing you, she's talking about other men. She's putting the fact that she's cheated out there. She is embarrassing you. That's simping. And then you sitting up there, you're holding hands with her, saying, hey, I support her. This is what, you know, we're a union, even though we putting our business out there, we're still, she said they haven't been together since 2016. She's embarrassing you. And yet you're still playing along with it. Sorry, that's simping.
I can prove to you that he's not a simp.
Go ahead.
I can prove it to you.
Go ahead.
The main part of being a simp is that you have no other options. Simps can't go anywhere because there's nowhere else for them to go. Will knows he can get other chicks. Will is getting other chicks. Will, the only reason people feel bad for Will is because all his dirt is under the rug. So they looking at him like, he isn't doing anything. Why is Jada doing it to him? Jada's telling y'all, well, Will got he was smashing that white girl and also the Margot Robbie. He was smashing her. He was doing it. But Will is doing it with respect. Will is not making her look stupid. Jada just don't care. Jada make him look dumb as hell, and that's a Thursday to her. He ain't a simp. He's just an idiot.
I think it's two of the same thing. It sounds like the same to me.
So
sounds the same to me. It sounds the same to me.
Can't go nowhere else, bro.
But hold
on. I know. Because some men, because we talking about a lot of men, what they're socialized to be, coming up in this culture. You got guys who are like, yo, I'm talking about way better. Look at Steph Curry and look how many times his wife have disrespected him because she's jealous of the fame that he gets. She's jealous when they go out together, everybody runs to him and asks for autographs. Even I remember when they was at the Drake concert, Drake comes up to him, handshakes him, hug him up, and she sits there and she has this look on her face. She even said how she gets jealous. So you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these men, they get options, but they won't leave because of how a lot of these men are socialized to stick with women sometimes that do not like them, that disrespect them continuously. Instead of saying, all right, listen, I have options, I have money, here's your money, I'm gonna keep it moving. We keep forgetting how men and women are socialized when it comes to marriages and relationship between each other. Most men are socialized to be domesticated animals to women, no matter what their behavior is. That's simping.
I think that's
I agree.
Calling him a cuck.
So,
wait, what?
Hold on. How the hell are these people allowed to keep coming over here? Now you got another one. Will slaps Chris Rock saying that my mom is a simp. Probably she could be. I don't know. She could be. That stuff like that doesn't bother me though. But
the woman be a simp.
What? But I'm just saying, like, how the hell are these guys can't even roast good? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness, boy. These man. These are the Bible guys. So y'all got to remember. I just want y'all to understand that these are the Bible guys doing this. So real quick. So I don't think he's a simp because me and Cliff always had the conversation about what's a simp. I just see him as a guy that and I've been in this boat before. You so in love with somebody that you're just so blinded that nothing they do could be wrong. So would y'all categorize that as being a simp?
I don't think he's in love, bro. I think he fell out of love with her a long time ago. He's just not gonna leave. I'm telling you, read his book. I'll send it to you. When he saw his dad beat his mom up, and he was just trying to calm him down. Please stop. Let's just go back to the family. Read his book. He just don't want to leave. He don't want to break it up. And I promise you, everybody in that family would be okay with it. Everybody but Will.
Okay, so now here's a question that y'all knew y'all was gonna get from me. Is Jada fine enough for all the headache?
Jada ain't fine.
No.
She fine for her age.
Exactly.
No, she's
What?
not.
She look like a boy, built like a boy.
Yes, she is.
She look like a
Pull up a
10-year-old.
picture, my guy.
She look like a 10-year-old schoolboy. Like she
Yeah,
legit look like a 10-year-old.
I think at Jason lyrics, Jada, yeah. After that, I'm good. I'm good.
Low down dirty shame.
Yeah, right there. Those
That
two.
was the end.
Y'all
Yeah.
bugging. If I was 50, she'd be fine to me.
Thank you. Nah, bro. I'm good.
No.
I said, nah.
And this is why I get mad at y'all. Because y'all be, when I say a woman is okay, y'all be like, what you talking about? She fine. No, fine means something. It means
I agree with you on Jada. Jada not, no.
Because all these people in the world going crazy over Ice Spice, right? Ice Spice, I'll send y'all a picture of Ice Spice without makeup, and I bet it'll change y'all mind.
So
She's
who you
fine without makeup. You bugging.
So,
No, she's not, sir.
who? So Kev, you'll take Jada over Sanaya Lathan?
Hell no.
I'm gonna kick you off, Kev.
Hell no.
Sanaya.
Kev from
Sanaya
Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball.
I'm gonna kick you off, Kev.
Ooh, Love and Basketball.
And
Oh man.
Keytot, if you read the book, he cried for months after the first marriage and was begging her to come back. She left, and that's another thing. She left. People like to think you can't get divorced unless both sides want to. You can get out. It take a little longer, but you can get out. If you just want to get divorced and they don't, you can leave. Jada not leaving. I promise y'all, Jada knows her star don't exist. She's barely stardust. Jada ain't going nowhere.
So Jada, I just put Jada in the wicked woman file. Like she's wicked, bro. And Will, I mean, obviously y'all said it. I mean, and Mike made a perfect point that she will never leave him.
Nope.
Because without him, she's nothing.
Yeah.
So, but the fact that he would still stay around, it's to the point that Wayne always says, we don't value our happiness at all. Like men, we do not value our happiness at all, that we'll stay in these toxic ass relationships with these bald head ass women that flaunt all their affairs. At least when the men do it, they do it behind closed doors. Not saying that it's right, but shout out to Eddie Israel. Shout out to Bones too. So at least when men do it, they don't just flaunt it out. At least the majority of them. But this woman is flaunting it. This woman is basically telling him, I love my life. Just replace you in it. Like, you know, you always have them dreams where they'd be like, oh man, you wake up in a different life. So that's kind of how she feels. I just think she's a wicked ass woman. But keeping in vein of the wicked women, we're gonna get onto a next one. There's gonna be a Mike and Wayne special here. Hold on. There was one thing I wanted to do before that. Ah, man.
Say how good I look.
Can I address the chat real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead, because I gotta find something.
Yo, chat, you got your bomba clot mind. I did not say anything. Okay. Sanaya all day, every day.
You are not to make it.
Especially if she can pick me up, because that woman tall and beautiful. Oh my goodness. And Sanaya, if you listen to this, my Instagram is Kevin the Maker. I've already had a couple DMs, so
shoot your shot, man.
Let me get a homegirl.
Huh? Homegirl? Yeah, go for it.
You pull Sanaa, let me get the homegirl.
Yeah, go for it. You can have her sister. I don't care. Or her mom.
So, what the hell was I gonna say? So, yeah, all right. So I do want to get to this one thing before we get to the Trevor Bauer story. Then we'll be done. This was sent to me by MD. MD wanted us to talk about this. I know it's old, so before everybody say that, I know it's old, but the message is still the same. So I do want to get to this before we get into the Trevor Bauer stuff, because I watched the Trevor Bauer stuff again. What a wicked woman, bro! Like that's such a wicked.
And she's not alone,
bro. That's crazy, bro. Like that is So let me get to this next one before we get Hey, Eddie Israel, man, they came over here hard for me today, man. They made up like 10 different fake names and talked about me. They done talked about Mike. I don't know why they're bringing Mike into this, but
because I'm cute.
It's all good. Let me know when y'all can see it.
I see Yanga. Oh, there you go.
You see Yanga?
Yeah, I can see it.
Do you remember the fire joke he said? Come on.
Oh.
Man. Oh, man, not this. Oh.
Bobby, wake up! Smacking your mother like Bobby! You talk! You talk to me! Talk to me!
Yo!
Bobby! Bobby, wake up! Smacking your mother like Bobby! You talk! You talk to me! Talk to me!
Yo!
All right. And Kevin J says Regina Hall is another one. Yeah, another beautiful man. Beautiful boy. That whole clique, Nia, Regina, Sanaa, Mia, what's her name? Mia. What's
Mia
one?
Long, boy.
Well, Nia Long, but what's the one from Best Man? The one that died of cancer on the show. What's her name?
Oh, nah, she bad too.
Yeah, like that whole crew of like beautiful black women, man. Let's just see what MD got to say about beautiful black women.
Hey,
like a dog.
Regina Hall is my wife. Okay, y'all hold it down now.
Yeah, Monica Calhoun,
baby right there.
Monica Calhoun, that's her name.
Yeah.
All right, so we just saw something heartbreaking as hell. Like I mean, I know it's old because even people in the comments were saying like, "Hey, this is old," but I mean, the story is the same. It could have been 100 years old, but you could walk outside of any hood and see that. Just based on it, I could look at it. I didn't read into the story. Maybe you guys know more about it, but you have a young man telling his mom to wake up. So obviously she's high on something. And the only thing in this young boy that he knows how to do is just rear back and slap her. Just try to wake her up. We're going to criticize the slap. I mean, people are going to criticize the slap and say, hey, he shouldn't have slapped her because it's funny. Everybody was okay with him yelling at her. But the minute he hauled off and slapped her, then they're like, oh, no, you don't do that. Damn, the fact that she's high in front of her two kids is like, don't slap her. But what y'all got on that, man? Like, that was disgusting to watch. And that goes on all the time, man. People get so to the end of their ropes that the only way out for them is to be in some chemically induced change, and it's some people find their solitude at the end of a bottle. Some people find it with a needle sticking in their arm. This mother, whatever drug she was on, but you obviously see her son is distraught about it, and that kid, if they don't get him some help now, he's going to be a problem. So y'all got it.
I know where everyone else is going to go, so I'm sorry, Wayne. I'm going to take a little bit.
Nah, do your thing, bro. Do your thing.
Literally, the problem with people in America to me. These people are so focused on protecting adult women from being adults that they're chastising a child for slapping his heroin-laden mother. Think about that. Don't you do that. Just because she's a woman. If he was slapping his dad, they wouldn't say a thing. They wouldn't say a word. I don't understand why this world coddles women so much. I am thrown by it. This woman has not only abandoned, but betrayed her children. Because she said by her actions that these drugs are more important to me than you are. Everything is, you can't tell me there isn't a man that could take them children. If she really wanted to get high and wanted to live her life, give them kids to somebody else and then go do whatever it is you want to do. I don't want to hear it about don't slap her. That is a child. Women are adults. Y'all need to grow up. That child shouldn't be in that position. I'm disgusted. I don't want to hear nobody talking about the boy. I wish he'd have slapped her 4 or 5 more times. The only problem I got is that the person was sitting there recording instead of trying to help that little baby. I'd have called CPS on them and got them kids taken from her because she don't need to be a mother. That's my problem. No, everybody wants to hold the kids. I want to get the child support. I want to get the benefits. I want to get the food stamps. How about go sit your ass in the corner, get your heroin, and let them kids have a chance at life? You disgust me. You're not even trying to be in the house, be hiding it. You out on the street. And it ain't like you left the kid. Yo, I know some crackheads. I grew up in a drug-infested community called America. I know crackheads. And I seen crackheads take their kids to their mama house, go hit the bando, and go get lit. That's a responsible adult. Just like I say, if a man pays child support, you can't say he a deadbeat dad. If a drug addict takes their kids somewhere safe before they get high, at least you being a parent. At least. You're not being a good parent, but you're being a parent. This woman is sitting next to her baby. If you look at the video, not the one slapping her, the one on her right, there is a baby sitting next to her. And she's high in front of them. You telling me if they in the house and a fire, something catch fire, them babies dead. And y'all worried about her? I don't give 3/4 about her. I had to censor myself, excuse me. I don't care nothing about her. Somebody call the police, get them babies away from her, because those gonna be the same kids that women are crying about later on in life. Those are gonna be, that's when I say the single mothers are F-boy factories. That's what happens, because that little boy gonna grow up to hate women. You can't tell me no different. And I digress. Please, y'all go ahead.
Well,
snap! I got a bomb.
Well, Mike said it. Mike said everything.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. I mean, nah, man, ride out. I mean, that's you know, we think because a mother has the custody of her children that she's the better parent, right? Just because the court says that the children deserves to go with the mother, that doesn't mean she's the better parent. You know, and you know, as a culture, we look, man. One of the most overlooked crimes are the mental and emotional abuse these women do to these children, and we let them get away with it. So you know, and they're not held accountable for it. They're given aid for it. They're given housing. They're given food stamps. They're given excuses. They're given bailouts, etc. So you know, I've been saying it. So I mean, like I said, I mean, this is stuff that, you know, the quote unquote manosphere or red pill. This is the stuff that we talk about when we talking about, you know. And the thing is, like Mike say, you know, when I was in my mentor program and I was a coach and I was coaching these young men, these are some of the young men I had to deal with. There was young men that I was coaching who had these type of parents. When you take them home, they was raising themselves. They was cooking their own food. They was doing everything themselves because mama was just strung out, you know. So, you know, you'll be surprised of a lot of this that goes on, but we gatekeep it in the black community. You know, we gatekeep this. So, but men are getting slammed for putting it out there now, you know, because again, you know, it's a no to expose this type of stuff. But I think Mike said it all, man. I don't have a whole lot because Mike said it all. I mean, it's just self-explanatory. But my thing is that there are people out there that will defend her regardless. So go ahead, Kev.
They probably all named Kevin.
You bugging, Mike. I got morals. Okay.
Show them.
Yeah, when it comes when it comes to when it comes to kids and just like, you know, creatures that can't really defend themselves, that's when I like that's when the anger and like the fact that people should be held accountable when it comes to their actions um should come from. I don't mind, adults being adults and being stupid with each other, right? Because we all have the strength to defend ourselves. But when you start like putting your habits on your kids and you start doing negative things to your kids, that's when it's a problem, right? And I think it's sad that this person couldn't deal with their problems before. Oh my god. I'm sorry, can you guys hear that? Hold on.
So,
I'm
Kev.
sorry.
I didn't know Kev had a dog.
Yeah, I should have shut the door before. But yeah, when you start putting your problems on your kids, that's when it becomes an issue, because they come in the world innocent. They don't have any they don't have any issues with anybody. It's crazy how your own parents can be your worst enemy. And in this case, this woman couldn't deal with her own issues, and she decided to take drugs, and is going to be scarring her kid for the rest of her life. And if not, it's going to be an impact, because he's going to be living with a person who's doing this all the time, to where who knows what she'll do, or he'll be taken away to the government, and that's not even a good thing in itself. Um, I think it's just awful all the way around, but I don't think it's a woman issue. I know people who
There you
are
go.
men. Yeah, I know people who are men who are women who do drugs. It's not a woman issue, but
But the majority of women have custody of their children. These type of women, the majority of men who are on drugs don't have custody of their children, Kev. These women have custody of their children. They're coddled by the state, they're sponsored by the state, and they're defended by society. That's the problem.
who defend a crackhead? What are you talking about?
Oh, all right. Okay.
Every time.
I hear what you're saying, but
Time.
it's not really a. I'm talking about the drug issue. It's not just a woman issue. It's on both sides, is what I'm saying.
No, no. She will get aid, because she will have majority have custody of her children.
Mm-hmm.
She will get government assistance.
Well, we don't know about this particular person, but I know with this video being out, there ain't no way she's gonna have her kids.
But Kev, I guess what Wayne is saying is, in the majority of these cases, so if that was a man, he wouldn't have the luxury, or I wouldn't say the luxury, he wouldn't have the ability to be able to get to these guys in the chat, man.
Your words.
Now they're literally using my name. These guys are crazy. He wouldn't have the ability to, that's not me, by the way, that Trevor Johnson, obviously y'all know that, but he wouldn't have the ability to even rehab so he can get his kids. Like Wayne is saying, with them, they're going to give her they're going to, not necessarily probably her, but they're going to give her programs. They're going to put her in counseling. They're going to give her housing. They're going to give her every opportunity in the world to get clean, with the hopes that she can get her kid back. But if it was a man, it's like, good night, Mr. Officer. Where's the mom? Is there anybody else that could take custody of the kid? Can you leave him with her grandma? Can you leave him with an aunt or a cousin or a relative? If not, we're gonna put him in the system. Like, and that's a sad reality of it.
That's a big assumption. I need an example if you're gonna throw that out there.
All right, I got one for you. So I had a player, right? Great kid. His grandfather signed him up for football. At the time, his grandfather had custody of him because the mom was strung out on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That granddad came and signed him up. Granddad lived in a great neighborhood, put him in a great school. All right. Mom, on the other hand, was in and out of the streets, wasn't stable. She actually lived in, if you know South Florida, she lived in an efficiency on Hollywood Boulevard. We're, you know, in that area where a lot of the crackheads and
Oh
stuff at will
boy.
go down there over there.
Sheesh.
All right. So what happened was she made a big fuss because he was asking, he was asking the courts about getting like financial help or whatever, something like that. It was something to that. I can't remember everything, but the point I'm trying to make is that she went to court and she fought her father, which is the child's grandfather, and they gave her back the son, even though he was in a better environment, he was in a better situation. She lived in the efficiency with a boyfriend, and they all lived in the efficiency together on the crack streets of Hollywood, bro. She was unstable. She didn't have a car. She didn't have anything, and yet she still the court still granted her the boy. And the grandfather came to me and was like, "Hey, no, hey man, the courts gave it to her. Ain't nothing I could do." She didn't care about the fact that he was on a football team. He had friends. She didn't give a shit about what kind of school district he was in. She didn't care. She wanted the child. She wanted the check. And she got it because the court said, well, at the end of the day, that's the mom. So all childs deserve to be with their mother, no matter the circumstances. So when I went so now I had to go way to Hollywood and pick this kid up because mom didn't have a car. She didn't have any means of transportation to get him there outside of the car. I had to go to Hollywood every day. That's how bad I felt for this kid because he didn't even want to go back. He didn't want to live with his mom because of the conditions. He knew he was in a better place with his with his grandfather. The look on his kid's face, the kid come to me almost in tears like, man, I got to move back with my mom. So guess what? Me and my ex-wife, Stephanie, Stephanie was like, listen, let's go and get this kid. Let's go and get this kid. And we went and got that kid every day. We drove all the way to Hollywood and back to Fort Lauderdale and back to Hollywood every day to help that kid.
You're a soldier.
So he could be out of that environment. Yeah. So that's an example.
Wayne with the
I don't know if it pertains to this situation, but
Wayne with the name drop.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, everybody don't know. Probably you and Nene know, but that's about it. Probably.
Oh my goodness. Where Mike? Mike fell off. Cliff is saying in the chat that he's an example. Yeah, if y'all go back and listen to, I did a podcast with Cliff talking about child support, but y'all really couldn't hear it good just because his phone was low. So one day, hopefully, Cliff could come back, on this panel and really tell y'all, because I know Cliff from work. Like Cliff is a single father that does 90% of the stuff for his son and gets 0% of the benefit. You know what I mean? So I'll let him tell his own story, but Cliff, whenever you're ready, Cliff, just hit me up and you can come on, because you put it out there, so you ready to talk about it. So all right, let's that's a very unfortunate situation, but it's not uncommon. And Kev, again, we really want you to understand everything don't have to be look at them too. Like, it don't have, I always use it, don't have to be the Black Lives Matter thing. Black Lives Matter. Oh, wait a minute. All lives matter. We know all lives matter. We know men are strung out on drugs, but what we're showing you right now is a specific instance where it's a particular woman. And Eddie Israel said earlier in the chat that he was out of order. I don't know who he was talking about. Was Eddie, if you're still there, were you talking about the kid hitting his mom? I would really like to know if that's what you were talking about. So Mike, you there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you there? All right, let's get into this. We got 30 minutes left. Let's get into this Trevor Bauer. Now, this is a story that Mike brought to my attention. So I'm gonna play two short videos. It's just basically gonna summarize everything so we could see where we're going, and then they're gonna rock out on it. All right, wait a minute. not that one. So it's this one first.
Next victim, star pitcher for the Dodgers.
Can you guys hear it?
A text Lindsey Hill sent to a friend before she ever even met me. What should I steal? She asked another in reference to visiting my house for the first time. The answer? Take his money. So how might that work? I'm going to his house Wednesday, she said. I already have my hooks in. You know how I roll. Then, after the first time we met, net worth is 51 mil, she said. Bitch, you better secure the bag, was the response. But how is she going to do that? Need daddy to choke me out, she said. Being an absolute whore to try to get in on his 51 million, read another text. Then, after the second time we met, former Padres pitcher Jacob Nix told her, you got to get this bag. I'll give you 50,000, Lindsay replied. Her AA sponsor asked her at one point, do you feel a tiny bit guilty? Not really, she replied. Since then, her legal team has approached me multiple times about coming to a financial settlement. But as I have done since day one, I refuse to pay her even a single cent. In August of 2021, Lindsey Hill's claims were heard in court. And during those legal proceedings, critical information was deliberately and unlawfully concealed from me and my legal team. Information like this video, which was taken by Lindsey Hill herself the morning after she claimed she was brutally attacked, emotionally traumatized, and desperate to get away from me. And now we have the metadata, so there can be no dispute. It was taken mere minutes before she left my house on the morning of May 16th, 2021, without my knowledge or consent, of course. In it, you can see her lying in bed next to me while I'm sleeping, smirking at the camera without a care in the world, or any marks on her face. I think it paints a pretty clear picture of what actually happened the evening of May 15th and why the video was originally concealed from us. After hearing the evidence available to her, Judge Diana Gold-Saltman found that Lindsey Hill had misled the court. She found her claims to be materially misleading. She denied her request for a domestic violence restraining order, and she found that no sexual assault or non-consensual conduct took place. Now, some of you might not know about restraining order hearings. I know I didn't, but I've since learned that it's extremely rare for a request for a restraining order to be denied because the standard of proof that you need to obtain one is extremely low. So you can make of that what you will. The fact is, I was never arrested. I was never charged with a crime, and I won the only legal proceeding that took place without my side of the story even being heard. And most importantly, as I've said from day one, I never sexually assaulted Lindsey Hill, or anyone else for that matter. So I sued her, which prompted her to countersue me. Quite frankly, regardless of the outcome in court, I've paid significantly more in legal fees than Lindsey Hill could ever pay me in her entire life. And I knew that would be the case going in. But the lawsuit was never about the money for me. It was the only way for me to obtain critical information to clear my name. The discovery process in that lawsuit recently concluded, at which point Lindsey Hill's legal team again came to us with another proposal to resolve the case. This time, however, they weren't seeking any money from me. Having received much of the information that had been hidden from us, a small portion of which I've referenced here, I was willing to agree to the terms proposed. Both parties would drop their respective lawsuits, and neither of us would pay either side any money. I also retained my right to speak publicly about the case, something I have not been at liberty to do since June of 2021. So, as of today, both lawsuits have been settled. Now, over the last 2 years, I've been forced to defend my integrity and my reputation in a very public setting. But hopefully this is the last time I have to do so, as I'd prefer to just remain focused on doing my job, winning baseball games and entertaining fans around the world. So today, I'm happy to be moving on with my life. Next victim.
All right. So before I go to the next video, I do want to read this. This is about Trevor Bauer. He was in the final year of his 3-year. So listen to this. Listen to what all this man lost because of this wicked woman. He was in the final year of his 3-year, $100 million contract. MLB suspended him for 2 years. He would have signed a $250 million deal somewhere, but they kicked him out of baseball. Crazy because this girl made the entire thing up. And this last video is her running her trap, but let's give her a shot.
Text messages that came out in court indicating that you had planned the whole thing out. So I want to read some of these texts from you to a friend between the two of you before you met Trevor, this one. Next victim, star pitcher for the Dodgers. Okay. Victim is an interesting choice of words. I'm going to allow you a chance to explain yourself. But after you agreed to meet, You asked your friend what you should steal. Your friend answered his money. He says, another one from you to a friend, I'm going to his house Wednesday. I already have my hooks in. You know how I roll. With a screenshot in which you told him, tryouts don't scare me, Bauer. Pick a day and I am there. Here are some more after you and Trevor met up. Net worth is $51 million, to which your friend responds, bitch, you better secure that bag. Your text, need daddy to choke me out, being an absolute whore to try to get in on his $51 million. You say this wasn't a setup. How can you expect anyone to believe that?
That's a great question. I really appreciate
text messages that came out.
I bet that's a great question. All right. So this crap is insane, man. All right, Mike. Well, hold on, Kev. What you got to say about this? Because I really want Mike to ride out on this.
I think she fumbled the bag, low key. I think she fumbled the bag. Instead of going for a settlement at front, she should have wrote it out a little bit, and I don't know, maybe try to get with the lawyer or something like that. I don't know, but I believe that I'm being serious right now, but we are in the land of finesse. Like, we're in the land of scammers. Like, everything you can think of is a scam. So if the dude wants to slang his thing, slang his dangalang, then I feel like he should have prepared for situations like this, like have a non-disclosure form sent or written for, take away her cell phones, things that you see like on social media a lot, where like rappers are getting accused of this type of stuff. But yeah, as a celebrity, I mean, yeah, it's something that we keep seeing. So I mean, as a man, you should be prepared for these type of women. Not to say that she is innocent, because you're definitely in the wrong. I can't blame her for trying to get a bag, but the way I see her is she's a terrible person. So when it comes to terrible people, I expect them to do terrible things. So I'm going to prepare for that. With him, he should have prepared.
So Mike, before you Mike, before you obliterate him, just let me say this. In the same breath, Kev said that she was wrong, but somehow found a way to vilify the man in this situation. Like, he somehow should have known that she was a scammer that does this to other wealthy men, and was going to make him be the next example. Somehow he was supposed to do that, because God forbid that a entertainer or a celebrity of any type that makes some type of money could just get with a chick and it not be about some scamming. Like, if he's gonna break her off and stuff like that. Wait a minute, is Eddie back again? Okay, Eddie, I don't know if somebody cloning your account then, because I could have swore that was you earlier. But yeah, even Nene is saying, Kev, what the hell did you just say? Like, Kev, I don't think nobody rocking with you on this one.
Hold on. Can I defend myself?
Wait, yeah, go ahead, because I might got to get his time on this, man.
Sure. All right, let me ask you this, Trev. If you were dating a former crackhead and she does crack, would you be surprised?
I wouldn't put myself in there, but I'll play this game with you. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a crackhead does what a crackhead does, but exactly. I didn't know that this girl was a scammer beforehand.
Well, you could assume, because if she feels like she needs to finesse a dude who has a lot of money, obviously he's messing with a chick who doesn't have hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, right? So she feels a need to find a come up. So if I'm a dude dating down, that's something I should expect. If I'm dating someone who at least has a little bit of money, then I would assume that, okay, she won't need to finesse me, right? But I know it sounds crazy when I say we're in the land of scammers, but I mean, yeah, we're in the land of finesse. This is America, so you got to be aware of this stuff.
So
not crazy.
Kevin just said every non-rich woman is a potential scamming harlot.
Yes, sir. If you're just trying to sleep with her. Now, if you're dating,
Okay.
maybe you should be aware of it. But
Sir,
your
they were
money is in
dating.
the equation. Let's be honest. Your money's in the
They-
equation. So,
They were dating, sir.
huh?
They were dating.
They were dating.
Oh, so this wasn't like a one night stand type
No.
of thing. This was a kind
They
of
Okay.
were dating. That was his girl.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, see, that's why I know Mike had the so Eddie Israel was being cloned. Somebody was cloning him, bro. They at it hard over here now. Somebody cloned Eddie Israel's channel and came in the chat because they know I won't block Eddie, so they're trying to use his name.
Shout out to Kev. I appreciate that.
Boy, they crazy. Let me go back and see who it is. Oh, okay. They're using a blue E. Okay, so Eddie, you're this orange. You're the one in the orange. All right. All right. Oh man. All right. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I want to say first, Kevin, you've reached a new low, a new level of disgust. I can't even believe you did that. This is 2 stories in a row that were layups for you to actually just show your balls and be a man, and you still caped for imaginary children women. Because you ain't talking about women, you're talking about these imaginary little children women. Like, I don't even know what to call them, but they don't exist, sir. I'm sorry, they don't exist. Women are adults. They're adults. Once they pass 18, they become adults, even if society doesn't treat them as such. I'm gonna show y'all how society is with it. Now, this woman went after this baseball player, cost him his career, had him have to go to the jailhouse to speak to the police, almost lost his livelihood. No, did lose his livelihood, almost lost his freedom. And what does she get? Nothing. Nothing's gonna happen to her. Nothing. Think about that. And I know people are gonna say, "Oh, well, he's settled. It's a case. It's just one of those things. He's famous, so he didn't want to go." No. This isn't about fame. This is about women being treated in our society the way Wayne says they are, and the way Kevin wants them to be treated, as children. This is not an isolated incident. Anyone knows Brian Banks? This man was 18 years old, about to go to the NFL, and the chick lied on him and robbed his prime. And he came out, couldn't even get a free agent signing. This man was going to go first 3 rounds in the draft to the NFL. You know what she got? Nothing. There's Melinda Dunham. You know who that is? No, because it wasn't a famous person. You know what she did? She lied and said, my boyfriend raped me. Oh, sorry, raped me. My boyfriend raped me. You know what she got when they got found out that she was lying? Guess what she got? She got 2 months. He spent more than 2 months in jail waiting trial. That's where we live. Catherine Bennett. You know what she did? She lied and said, this man, he essayed me. He essayed me. You know what she got when she got caught? 32 days in jail. 32 days. You know what else? 180 in home. Oh, wow. And 5 years probation. That's it. Renee Skogler. You know what she got? Guess what she did? This is the funniest one. This is the one that makes me laugh inside. She left, came to Florida to cheat on her husband. After she cheated on her husband, she felt guilty. She wanted to get a STD test. But guess what? She didn't want to pay for it. So guess how she got a free test? She said he raped her to get a free STD test. Guess what she got? 2 years. That's it. And did you think I meant 2 years in jail? No. 2 years community service. That's it. 8 years probation. That's all. Last one, because this is the one that makes me feel good inside. Nikki Ovino. You know what she did? slept with 2 football players, felt weird about it, said they raped her. Guess what she got? This is the good one. You ready? 3 years in jail. But somehow they got 2 of them suspended. This is what society does. It tells these women that there is no consequences for being diabolical, disgusting semi-humans. Because that's what they are. Every time one of you women tells me, we're not like that. Remember the names I just noticed. Because guess what? That was after 3 minutes of searching. That's all I took. 3 minutes of searching, I got those 4 names. And they not even big. There's another one, I wish I could remember his name, of a coach on a college team that the lady did the same thing, and she got caught with the same stuff Trevor Bowles chick got caught, texting her homegirls. Guess what she got? Nothing. Let's go back to Trevor. You're going to tell me that in this country that's supposed to be so great, a man that has worked his ass off to be the best at something he does, something that most of us, you think about your job will fire you tomorrow and find somebody else to do it. You ain't the best. I know people feel like I do my job great. You ain't the best. This man put in years to become not just the best, but was about to sign a $300 million contract to prove he was one of the best. You know why he didn't get it? Because of this woman. This woman who saw him and decided before she even met him that this is a lick and I'm going to get it. Now, you know what happens when men do that? If men see something, oh, that's a lick. I'm about to use this. They go to jail. They go to prison and they stay there. You know what happens to women? Apparently nothing. Apparently nothing. Because apparently you can be a woman, commit all kinds of crimes, come out of jail after your 12 days in jail, and get your kids, probably get it expunged. I don't understand. I am confused. This is what it is when I used to have women tell me all the time, Michael, we rage against you because I feel like you're talking about all women. And I tell you women this, look at the rest of them. You're the one that judges yourself by these harlots. I don't. I look at you as separate and better. You're the ones that look at these thought pockets, these mutt rags, and think they're team woman. They're not. They're not even human in my eyes. They disgust me on a level barely above child predators. Barely above. Because child predators, at least somewhere inside, they like, I want to stop it, I just can't. These women relish in it. This is their job. They wake up every day thinking, how can I hurt, rob, steal from someone that has more than me because I don't want to go to work. And this is what women have. Kevin would say, they're pushed to do this. No. I know a friend who, and I hope she never sees this, I have a homegirl who strips. She bad as hell. One day I was on her Snapchat and I saw that she went through the program to become a flight attendant. I was like, what? Girl, I'm about to hit you up for buddy passes. You do your thing. I ain't mad at you. She did that for a year. I hadn't been to the strip club in a year. I showed up. She's in the strip club. I said, Mom, what you doing here? She was like, oh, snap, I ain't see you in a minute. I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, tonight's my second night. I just came back. I said, I thought you was a flight attendant. She said, yeah, man, but it was too much work for too little money. I just came back here. That's the thinking of them today. They would rather be things that their children would be disgusted to know than to be honorable people. There are women who are on OnlyFans right now just because it's easier to get that money than to go get a job. Think about that. I tell people all the time, this is not men versus women. It's good versus evil. Stop linking. I don't link myself with deadbeat dudes. I don't. If a dude don't see his kid, we ain't cool. That's a known quantity on this show. We don't play with them guys. Why is it that women look at these other women and still accept them on Team Woman. I'll never understand that. But that's on y'all. I'll never accept them on Team Human. They disgust me. This woman should be thrown under the bottom of the foundation of the jail. And I am flabbergasted that women get to do this, get no jail time. Because what do you think they're gonna do? If a kid robs $20 out your purse, mom, and you go, all right, don't do that. What you think he gonna do next time? All I got was this. I can take that. I'll look sad. I might drop a tear. That's all I'm gonna get. I'm gonna do it again. And that's what they're gonna do. So rich men, find you a way to get a cadre of women that's about that life. Start doing what everyone know. They ask me what I do if I won the lotto. I tell people I would get drug dealers and put them on the good side and use them to attack a certain group of our community that we're not going to mention because we want to be monetized. I tell you, rich men, get you some of these retired thought pockets, get you some of these up and coming thought rockets, hire them on the payroll. So when these chicks come at you and you don't have no discourse, you can't do nothing. They rob you. They don't go to jail. Sick some of these girls on them. Find you. What's that girl in Friday 2? The one that big whatever.
Baby D.
Baby D. Get you some Baby D's. I guarantee you, get you some Baby D's. Put it on these females. It'll slow it down. Every man knows the saying. If women could get punched, it'd be a lot less disrespectful women in the world. It's because society says we can't hit them. That's why they pop off the way they do.
Don't hit women.
Baby D's in your life. I got one, but she grew up and she got kids now. I miss you, cousin, but I'm trying to find me another one. Because apparently you can't be rich as a man and not have someone impede and try to destroy you just because. Yo, how do y'all look at these people and see them as human? I'll never understand Team Woman. I'll never do it. I'll never understand how you can see women dress up their babies as thoughts and think it's okay. I'll never understand how you can see a gold digger and be like, girl, get your money, get your bag, girl. I'll never understand it. I never understand it. I look at dogs as subhuman, but apparently for no matter what, for women and Kevin, women can do no wrong. So get you some Baby D's, guys. Get you some Baby D's. I'll shut up. Y'all go ahead. My bad.
Wayne, before you rock out, I do want to read this comment from Kevin. But the lack of consequences is a failure of men demanding changes to statutes that would result in different outcomes. Then he goes on to say that great laws exist because of women making demands for consequences. So
I disagree.
Okay.
Let me address that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to Kev. He's on the winning side. That's what's up.
No. Kev.
All right, go
so
ahead.
that's a good point. Go back to the first comment. So that the reason why I agree with the first comment is because I agree, but the solution is what you're seeing now is the red pill. What you're seeing when you see the manosphere, like, so people think that the red pill, the manosphere, whatever you want to call it, or black pill, I'm more so black pill. People think that it's just a group of men complaining all day about women that they can't get. Well, that's not it. A lot of this stuff is being pushed into legislation and laws. That's why you have the laws in Tennessee about the fraternity. That's why you have like the men's right movement that got a lot of stuff passed in Florida. That's why you have 50-50 custody that just got passed in Florida. So Kev, so do a little homework, bro. Maybe you'll what do you say? My point is about Kev. Kev, do a little homework though. A lot of this stuff is the reason why a lot of these legislations are getting passed through and pushed through, because men are getting together and advocating for a lot of this stuff to be changed. So it's not. So again, that's my whole point about the manosphere is that it's not what people think. But I get it. If you're not a part of it, if you're not. If you're listening, if you get your information on what the manosphere is from clips on social media and you're not in it, so I get if you don't understand it, but that is what it is. Like we have college professor, PhDs, you know what I'm saying? We got
lawyers and all that. And again, and this is in every culture. White men are getting tired, black men are getting tired, so on and so forth. And a lot of this stuff is being pushed to legislation. And if you do your homework, you'll see a lot of this stuff are being passed. So that's a good point that he brought up, but I disagree because men are advocating, men are putting it out there. That's why men are speaking out more now. We want to turn it into incel talk, but man, we talking. I mean, like, what do you talk about when Chris Rock talk about it? Some guys who get, guys who get women talk about this stuff. So, but it's being put out there. So, I just want to say that that's the purpose of the manosphere. One of them is getting it out there, and a lot of stuff is changing, and also bringing light to women behavior. Like, and Kevin kind of made a point. You know what I mean? I agree when he said, "Well, I didn't know they was a girlfriend, but if you are a guy with status and you have money, right? Like if you're gonna mess around and again, we know that women can assassinate your character by just a snap of a finger. Like put yourself in a position where you make them sign a waiver or something like that to protect yourself. So I do agree with that part with what Kevin said. Now I didn't know they was in a relationship. I thought it was just a chick that they was met and it was like, yo, let's just hang out, let's do our thing. Yeah, if you're a man with status, you should. Any man, I always believe that man, protect yourself. So again, there are so many avenues of the manosphere that people don't understand because they want to just say, "Oh, it's just incel talk," but it's really just putting men on game. Period. It's just putting men are sharing notes. Men are talking about this and talking about that, and again, it's to desocialize men's thinking when it comes to understanding women's nature and this country and the government and the privilege that they have where they can assassinate your character by just saying something. I mean, look at this guy. This guy, he said 2021, he's been kicked out of baseball. The money he had to spend all over what a woman said. And that's how easy it is. It's just that simple. A regular guy like me could lose everything based because a woman could just step up and say what I've done something, or and my problem with this whole thing with this Eddie Bauer story, like a lot of stories, is like immediately you lose everything first and then you got to prove yourself.
Yeah.
And then there's still no guarantee that you get it back.
Yeah.
That's the part that pisses me off. Like they'll kick you out of your job, they'll kick you out of the league, and you'll lose money. You got to pay all these fees. Then it's like, well, we found out was the truth. Oh well, okay, well whatever. Like Mike said, like they don't do real jail time, and then it's like a lot of times these companies or these NFL or baseball leagues, they won't even take you back. They won't even take you back. So like you said, that kid lost the bag at 18 years old going into the league or whatever, going to college because of what a woman lied on him. So it's tough, it's scary. So you got to be careful, bro. Even at the workplace, man, you got to be careful. When you're talking to women, you got to be careful how you talk to women at business events and stuff like that, because sometimes you say the wrong thing, man, she can get you cased up just like that. Simple, easy.
Exactly.
So you made a good point, Kev, about the protecting yourself. So I agree with you.
Real quick, Kev, because I don't want to lose this thought because I got a lot going on in my head right now. But when Wayne said that you got to lose everything first, and then it's like then when they prove you innocent, then it's like, oh damn, like my bad. All I thought about was that scene in Barbershop. Remember when she was busting up Buddy's car, talking about, man, Malcolm Brown, and then he came out. He was like, wait a minute, I ain't no Malcolm Brown. And she's like, you ain't Malcolm Brown. He's like, nah. She was like, damn.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yep. Walked off.
And he was like, he said, yo, what? like literally, her consequence was zero. She just able to dip. Like,
well, and see, also talking about what Kevin said about voting for politicians. So that's another thing. Like, why you think a lot of times, like even here, Stacey Abrams got a lot of pushback, and I'm not a politician person, but politics guy, but a lot of pushback that Stacey Abrams got is from black men because she didn't have anything for black men. She's like, well, I can't do nothing for you. That's why you see a lot of black men converting over to, I'm not saying it's the right thing, converting over to like conservatism or the Republican Party. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, well, who's doing anything for black men now? I mean, we see that the Democratic Party is mostly for the LGBTQ and women's party, but they're not saying anything for black men. There's no right. So all this stuff, men are waking up slowly but surely. They're looking for tangibles for their vote. They're saying, what are you going to do for my vote as far as a man, as a black man, or just a man, period, men's rights. So, I mean, it's coming, Kev. It's coming. It's coming. It's out there. But those are good points. I just wanted to address that because we have this misconception of the manosphere, man.
Shout out to Mike for pulling out them names. I'm sitting here reading these names.
He's doing homework.
I'm like, wait a minute, Mike ain't just pulling this from his head. But
hey, who is Maria G?
Yeah,
I
Maria
love
G
Camille Pelia.
Yeah, she be
Camille Pelia. Hey, I'm telling y'all, go see her work.
Yeah,
she does great work, bro. I follow Camille Pelia. I love her. Of course, Jordan Peterson. I have his book. I read his book. Great book. Camille is a beast. Yes, Maria G. Thank you for
Maria
that.
G. I suggest watching Modern Times by Camelia. How you say that?
Camille Pelia.
Jordan B. Peterson. Camille discusses history of the second wave feminism. She made some excellent observations. She also recommended another book earlier in the night by somebody named Trudeau. I really could. I couldn't see it. Like it.
And let me say this about Camille Pelia, right? Camille Pelia is that she's a lesbian, and she says she's like dating women. I understand where men are coming from when it comes to date. Like, you got to see her piece on that. She breaks it down, man. She's dope. I love Camille Pelia, man. Shout out to her, man. Shout out to Maria for putting that up, man.
And she also says Black Lives Matters is anti-family and anti-fathers. Absolutely. It's in their manifesto. All right. Kev, you was trying to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I could at least I could at least relate with Wayne, because unlike Mike loves infantiling men, especially weak men. I don't know why, but he loves babying men, right?
Yo,
but
Mike, you got.
Wow, that was hilarious.
That was funny.
That with the
bomb. Listen.
Wow.
Because I'm not crazy. All right. Listen.
That was funny.
We are in we are in the land of scammers. Everybody's trying to get your money. Taxes. The dude in the barbershop who's charging you $1,000 for a haircut. Your girl, right? If you're dating someone who is not at your income level, expect to be scammed, right? And my problem with Mike is throughout his whole manifesto, his whole paragraph, his whole thesis, his whole essay.
That was way more than a paragraph.
He did not mention that the guy might have messed up, right? The guy, maybe he didn't do the right thing to pick the right chick.
I'm leaving.
How can you pick the right chick without dating her?
Say that again.
How can you pick the right chick without dating her? That's learning a person. That's what the dating process is supposed to be about.
I don't know what it's like to be. I don't know what it's like to be a rich person, but I do know I'm going to take extra precautions to make sure a chick doesn't scam me. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to accountability. Men have to take accountability for themselves to make sure that they put themselves in the best position.
I got one question for you, sir. One
question.
Ahead. What do the best scammers have in common?
They're great people persons.
No, they're great at scamming.
Yeah. You don't see them coming.
You're not going to see them coming. So it don't matter how much you try. We're not talking about the African prince on the phone with old people. This chick wakes up every day, has a bunch of female friends that she calls and strategizes with to get men. This wasn't her first man. Did you watch the thing? She was calling homegirls and saying, hey, what do I do next? She has a crew of scammers. This is just one guy. Money doesn't make you smarter. Money doesn't make you better.
Yeah, that's why I
Money
said
makes you rich.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
it.
If they was in a relationship, yeah, that's different. So that's why I say I get it with Mike was saying, but you know, if they
Oh yeah,
was
for
just,
sure.
yeah, because
Hey,
she was
Maria
dating him.
G.
She was dating him and was trying to scam him. So, yeah,
I was in strip clubs because I'm a single heterosexual man and I don't do clubs. I don't do regular clubs because I don't want to buy a woman a drink just to have her sip the drink and not do anything. So I go to a strip club where at least the chick will approach me and give me some time for my dollar. So if I'm gonna waste $10 on something, at least it comes with a nice set of deeds.
Okay. And if she finesses you, whose fault is that?
It's not
That's your fault.
finessing if I know what it is up front. That's not finessing.
So
If I walk in and they have a sign that says $20 dances and I give her $20 and get a dance, that ain't a finesse. That's the transaction.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm talking about if you're looking for more, but stop infantiling, man.
Who the hell doing a strip club looking for love?
but this
They're not gonna be stupid.
this leads me to what like my final say, and we have come to the end of the show, but so Mike brought up the thing that I didn't know. It may have skipped me, or he looks into all these stories much deeper than I do. That they were in a relationship. So that's a big thing right there.
Yeah,
which makes me now look at it in a different way.
Yeah.
But my first thing is when these athletes is okay, he's an anomaly. He went in to have a relationship, whereas a majority of them, they just want to smash everything that they can, and that's why I advocate. Y'all know what I advocate for. I ain't even gonna say it. Give them something else to record. But y'all know I advocate for the working woman. For instances just like this, like if it's strictly about, hey, I'm Uber $300 million athlete, I'm not looking for any strings or any commitment or anything, I just want a good time, then that's why you patronize places like that versus getting random IG model that probably lives at home with her parents, and you know that she's just looking for a big come up. So that's why I advocate what I advocate, as long as it's done legally. And that's where I'm gonna land my plane with that one. So
hey,
y'all
see the Chris Rock movie with Bernie Mac. They had chicks on speed dial to make sure wasn't gonna be no scandals. Go look at a movie where Chris Rock was running for president. They had
head of state,
head of state, yes.
Yeah.
Had a super chick on speed dial. Do you need me, sir? Do you need me? Yes. If I'm rich, I'm never driving again, and I'm never hollering at a chick. Nah, we good on that.
Shout out to Moon Goddess, just showed up. Yeah, Moon Goddess, you might want to go back and check this one out. But yeah, I 100% agree. Like with what they said it on what is it, Spider-Man, Batman, whatever. With great power comes great responsibility. When you get in a different tax bracket, things just change. It ain't gonna be.
That's all I'm saying.
It ain't gonna be I meet random woman, and I'm gonna believe that she wants to be the mother of my kids and give me the home that I deserve. Yeah, she wants all that, but it's a come up for her also. She's trying to secure the bag. So if you're not ready to be tied down with anybody, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with spending money for it.
Y'all talking red pill talk right now.
If you spend money on it, you God, am I gonna have to say this? You pay them to go home and don't give you any headache.
That's hilarious. Sign the NDA, man.
I had to be this guy, but that's like we see so many. Y'all don't understand all the stories that I get sent to me all the time about stuff like this. We were supposed to talk about this 2 weeks ago, but I didn't want to do it when Wayne wasn't here, and then we just took the show in a different direction. But man, this is happening to men like crazy, bro. Like they not, and there's no protection. Mike read you 4 random people that he said he found in 3 months. One girl,
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah. I think one girl got 2 years at the most. That was the most time.
2 years got suspended.
Yeah, bro, for scamming people, like for literally. Why men can't have the my body, my choice?
Facts.
Red pill, man.
I say that all the time. If both people are drunk, why is the woman the only one that doesn't consent?
I can't, man. I'm done, man. Y'all can go ahead and close out, man, so I can shut the show down, man. Fantastic show, fantastic. Oh my goodness.
I look cute today.
Kev, Kev, go close us out, man. We love you, Kev, but we got to retrain your mind for real, for real.
Retrain my mind. You just agree with me.
Now we got to
listen. Stop inflating Mike's ego, okay? Listen, we got to stop.
Ego. My ego is small as hell right now.
EXO. You took out the G. You took out the G. Okay. We all know what that means. Ego. All right. But anyways, we got.
I'll take it.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop infantiling men. All right. We listen. I'm gonna put my mic close to my mouth. Pause. Listen.
Big pause.
Got right. Gas. There in 2020, gas was $7. Eggs are $30 at this point. Groceries going up. Insurance is going up. People are hungry. People are hungry. They're looking for easy licks. The question is, are you going to be that easy lick? Right? That's my thing, right? So yes, we can blame the women, right? But at the same time,
blame women?
Of course.
Oh wow.
We can sit here and blame women all day like the red pill community, but at the same time, you gotta make sure that you protect you and yours, right? And it's a question of, are you gonna keep blaming these people, or are you gonna look to see like, okay, this happened to that person, I'm not gonna do that. This happened to this person, I'm gonna make sure I get ready for that, right? Because at the end of the day, yes, at the end of the day, we all we got. So take care of you, take care of your peoples. Stop coming at my boy Trev. If we want to be petty adults, we'll be petty adults. Let's go. And I was gonna say, yeah, that's it. Oh, and Kev, you're a pretty decent guy. You're a pretty decent guy. You kind of turn it around in this episode. But all right, I'm getting off topic, but I'll see you guys. See you next show. See you Monday. See you chat. Peace,
safe, bro.
All right, Kev. Be
all
safe.
Right, peace. All right, peace. Yeah, red pill, man. I hate that. I hate that saying red pill blaming women, man. It's not even that. It's So it's not infantiling men. It's you got to understand the matrix and how men have been socialized, how boys have been socialized. So I mean, if you've been socialized one way for decades and years, we socialize men in different. We socialize that men, like women are innocent children. They don't know any better. Then on the other hand, they are these great conquerors, and they've got it all together and they're flawless. And I'm not saying there's some great women out there. There are some amazing women out there, but they have flaws, and they know their advantages and disadvantages, and they understand that at the end of the day, society will believe them before they believe a man, because we have a believe all women. So yeah, with Kev talking about red pill blaming women, it's not blaming women. It's just putting men, just waking men up, getting men out of the matrix, and how and desocializing themselves and thinking differently. So when I hear that across about people's talking about red pill, man, I just I don't know, man. Sometimes but anyway, great show. Peace to everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel. Hey, let's keep this thing rocking. Man Talk Monday, hottest show on the planet. Let's go.
For sure. Peace out, Big Wayne.
Peace, bro. Send a line of Voltron.
Peace to y'all brothers on the panel. Y'all amazing brothers, man. Keep up the great work, man. Mike, keep up the great work. Trev, keep up the great work. Let's get it.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
I might go and take us home. Yeah, I had a Bob Marley shirt with that same lion that he got on there.
Yeah, Kev as well. Keep up the great. Oh yeah, man.
Gotta get
This
me
is
another one.
yeah, man. This yeah. I forgot where I found this logo at, but yeah, man.
See,
Yes, sir.
Maria saying you need to watch Modern Times. Is this something you watch or read? I don't know, because first she was talking about books, now she's talking about watching something.
You can do both, Trevor. Read and then watch something.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to watch it because I ain't.
He ain't reading.
But I started
Yo,
reading.
that
I go to
Camellia,
sleep.
that Camille Paglia drop. That was it. That was the drop of the night right there. I'm telling you, look up her work, man. She does great work. I study her work and sat in a lot of her lectures. She's dope, bro. She's really dope.
Okay,
But,
she says
all
it's
right.
on YouTube. So let me look it up now. So I don't
All right, y'all boys. Y'all have a good
all right,
night.
peace, Wayne.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now while I'm listen to it tomorrow at work.
First things first, I want to send a shout out to my boy D. I just found out on the way to come here that he died. My boy was early 30s. Women loved him. I'm not going to speak on what happened, but life is short. We can't let it pass us by. And that leads into me a little bit. I had a couple people hit me on Messenger, say they couldn't find me. I'm sorry. I'm not on Facebook and Instagram at the moment. I'm trying to find myself, for lack of a better term. So the only thing I really do besides chop it up with the fellas is the show. I think I only have it in me for one more chance at love, and then I'm just gonna quit and do what Kevin said and just sit back. No, I'm gonna do what both of y'all said, just sit back and find me an escort that's bad at math. That's gonna be it. Love to my baby. She's got 100-degree fever. She's sitting over there. I'm about to go harass her and hopefully not get sick, but she need daddy to bother her. You know what I'm saying? Make her feel better. Shout out to the people that talk to me on a daily basis. You have no idea how much your brother needs it right now. Nothing big to talk about. Still go holler at the jerk spot. That's still the jerk stop. That's still a joint and on Pines Boulevard. We got to be able to do better. Like I'm really torn. Like I really feel like I'm supposed to be talking to people and I'm supposed to be helping them, but people just keep falling for the same okie doke in life. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm tired. My waves are looking better today. Thank you. Trevor's beard is looking fantastic. Thank you. One day we're gonna fuse like Dragon Ball Z and have a double shot. It'll be awesome. Gonna look like he got a hairline. It'll look like I got a beard line. It's gonna be fire. I love all y'all in the chat. Twin, you know what it is. I hope we do this after dark so I can curse out all the people for you so you ain't got to do it. I'm definitely a shooter. You ain't got to worry about it. I got extra guns. I'm about to go buy one this weekend. It's 8:17, so let me shut up. All love to everybody. I'm going to go love my baby. Holla at your boy. XO out.
All right, peace, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, so you never know, man. Mike, he didn't tell me that about his friend. I'd have tried to give him the night off. But again, that's just his commitment to this show. Man. Yeah, that sucks, man. When people die so young, regardless of the circumstance, we don't know what happened, and we don't need to know what happened, but it's just another young brother gone. So my condolences to Mike, the family and the friends. And then he says daughter's sick. My daughter just came in here. That's why I shut my camera off. Yeah, y'all saw that avatar. Nene made this busting as avatar for me last night. That's why I changed it on all my YouTube profiles. Don't worry, they'll be stealing it to use it soon. But yeah, my daughter just came in here and asked me, are we watching Raw tonight? So I'm about to shut down the show. But what I didn't even notice is, and I wanted to go back to this, is you see how wicked, look at this comment on the board. It says from Eddie Israel. Somebody cloned Eddie Israel's account and came in here and left this message. I got to leave the country. I'm going to be gone for a while. We need to cancel the Stacey Mobley debate. You see how wicked they are? So somebody would actually clone this guy's account to come in and tell me that Eddie has to cancel the debate when they don't know that me and Eddie talk to one another on the telephone regularly. I was on the phone Saturday with Eddie and Stacey for over an hour working out the particulars of the debate. So if any one of them needed to change the debate or anything, all they would do is call me. They have no problem picking up the phone and calling me. So like that's the ridiculousness of what these guys do, just because of their hatred for me and the fact that I don't want to deal with them. Because the truth of the matter is, like I always say, I don't need them. That's the problem. This society was never built for them. The society, I always said, I don't want everybody's people, all the people that everybody recycle and that everybody have. I don't care. I don't want those people. I don't need those people. We're building something completely different over here. Like that's what we do over here. We're doing a completely different thing. So I don't need the same recycled people that go from panel to panel, go from everybody's chat and stuff like that and just stir up problems. I don't need that. There's a lot of jealousy going around and I get it, but we're doing something bigger over here. This is the place where everybody could come. You could cast it, what they said on Fraggle Rock, cast your cares away. You know, you could do the Fraggle Rock thing over here. You know what I mean? That's what we build over here. So I don't care about your pastor. I don't care about what man you follow. I don't care about your street preachers. I don't care about none of y'all. Absolutely none of y'all. I just prove the point that when I say you Bible thumpers are the most unrighteous hypocrites in the world, I could prove it every time I get in front of this microphone because it's you guys that come over here with all the foolishness. You know, I had a beef with a guy a couple of months ago after I did my video, after he said what he said. That's it. We never dealt with one another again. We never crossed paths. He don't say anything about me. I don't say anything about him. Because that's how men handle things. You guys, on the other hand, I really think some of y'all, and I want y'all to listen to me real quick as I say this. Sex with a woman is fantastic. And I think some of y'all need to try it. Because when I see the actions that you guys have, some of you women that have husbands that your husband don't correct you, your husband lets you get on the internet and harass people all day. That's crazy. What kind of punk man are you married to? But then for you men that claim that you have wives and you get married and things like that, I don't believe you're married. Not at all. I don't believe it. I think you guys need to have sex and it would mellow you out completely. It'll keep you off the internet making 100 videos a day. It would do that. It'll mellow you out, man. What's the Hebraic word for vagina? Ain't it like kwabah or something like that? Y'all need to get some kwabah, man. For real. Y'all need to get some kwabah. Because y'all seriously lack it. That if you think you could come troll the man with the greatest beard on the internet and think that I'm going to go away anywhere, are you crazy? We have work to be done over here. We have plenty of things that we have to conquer, and we have things that we're going to continue to do, and that's the truth of the matter. So with all that being said, I'm almost 100% sure that there's a Tape Fist Politics tomorrow. Venkat didn't load it up into the studio, so I don't know, but y'all tune in tomorrow night at 6:05 p.m. for Tape Fist Politics. And then this Wednesday, we do have Wrestling with Reality. And then Thursday will be the interview with Brother Stacey Mobley, and then Friday I got to call Dr. Mia and see, but we should be doing I drew a blank, Straight Talk Therapy Sessions episode 3. So y'all make sure and tune into that. I think that's it. with all that being said, hold on. Kevin said he need to touch grass. Yeah. Yeah, Nene, you're right. They giving me the receipts because they're corny. Like they are. Yes, Moon Goddess, I do have the greatest beard on the internet. And shout out, well, I guess thanks for the gummies. That's all I can say. I ain't gonna read that comment for Ricardo, but Kevin J says they're too busy in the comment. They're too busy in the comments. Punch air, not realizing their wife is getting her back cracked by her work husband. I don't think these guys got women, man. Kev, I really don't think these guys got women, because ain't no woman gonna allow a man to be on the internet all day. I go to work at 5 o'clock every morning. My wife knows where I am. Peace, Eddie. My wife knows where I am every morning. I go to work at 5 o'clock every morning. I work. I do a real physical job where I make real money. So, and then I come and talk on the internet for 2 or 3 hours. I don't get the luxury of sitting at home doing this all day. I go work. So that's what real men do, though. I mean, so I'll know, though, because I'm pretty sure when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to see a notification that somebody tagged me in the video or somebody tagged me in a long, stupid post, and I'm going to see it. I'm not going to read it because you guys wasting your time writing these long things. I don't read through that crap. I just look at it and I laugh. So that's the truth of the matter. So with all that being said, thanks to everybody that showed up tonight. We had a lively, loud bunch tonight, man, and I really appreciate it, man. Shout out to Big Mike, Wayne, and Young Kev. Phenomenal job by the Man Talk Monday crew. As always, I am Mr. Straight Talk, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. With all that being said, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Until Wednesday, y'all be safe. Peace. Where's my closeout video? Boom.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy.
He just goes on. He just went off on you like that just for no reason.
Yeah, man.